realized all the rules, that was basically the Doom character, which was going to be like that. Like, he only fought demons and shit.
Nice.
But he was lawful good.
I'm just saying, if anything happens in this campaign, if anything happens, I throw out the ideas. You guys do what you want with them. But as a DM, I often have a lot of good ideas for characters, but never get to play them. Hint, hint, if anyone wants to run a campaign, I'd like to play. I just want to show up with my character and play like normal people get to do. Damn it!
This is nice.
It's very fun.
Roll for inspiration.
It would be hard for me to sit back. I think long term. I had a hard time when Brandon used to run it on Thursdays. It was hard for me to just like sit back and not like help, chime in and help. Whether it was like pulling a stat or pulling a spell or something like just help. But he's mentioned a couple times. He's like, hey, so. If you ever need a break, and I'm like, I'm good. I got this.
He's ready to take the reins back.
The campaign's been good, though. It's been pretty good. Anyway, welcome.
Hello.
We are the Initiative Syndicate. We're going to be continuing our adventures in the realm of Faerun using the brand new 2024 rules and some other homebrew junk and some other stuff. We're just here to have fun. Anyway, so we're going to do a recap here in a second. We got all the social medias up and running. El Capitan.
I got to do video, but yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I can do it from the comfort and safety of my chair.
And your camera's still not working?
Well, it's just a quick little fix. I just don't want to do it right now.
Why do you sound like...
It's like Elvin got kicked in the nards.
Anyway, so last session... you have successfully returned from the Raiders camp. You gathered some intel. You guys either looked at a map or took a map, correct?
Yes.
We gave it to the one guy.
We talked about buying a map, too, for the wall.
I meant yes, we did.
The war map.
I meant the map in the camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we sent it in a paper bird to Lewis.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. So you guys have started. You made your way towards El Turiel. To meet up with your friend Leeson, the monk who you guys rescued from the Raiders camp initially, and who hired you to meet him back in El Turiel for maybe a potential job. You guys encountered a boggle, a strange little fey-like creature that has this like black goopy kind of skin. His name was Sticky, and he helped you guys get your travel time cut down a little bit. If you guys were wondering, he saved you guys about 6 days of travel time, if you were wondering. After that, you were not immediately brought to the city, but right on the outskirts in a farm. And you met a nice little old lady who gave you directions to the next village.
Your fig totally didn't steal from.
You guys ended up, talking to her a little bit. She asked for a little bit of company, and you guys ended up having some homemade blueberry pie.
Eating her pie.
While you guys were there, you kind of noticed that it was a little creepy. She had this kind of cat that was maybe a little bit dead, or at least was dead at one point. She mentioned burying it so many times and then it coming back.
Burying it.
My cat.
As you guys kind of wandered around, you ended up finding out that the ground that her farm was on used to be inhabited by some druids. That were of some sort of like death cult or whatever, and they figured out how to preserve life and death using both. There was also a cemetery where apparently if you bury things, they come back.
Pet cemetery.
But it was like anything.
For humans.
And pets. It was a non-discriminatory cemetery.
Too bad Gold couldn't bury his hand in the dirt.
You guys didn't try.
Just walk around.
Right. Crawling hand statue.
And do we remember the little lady's name?
Melinda.
Melinda
Landry.
Melinda Landry.
Sweetest pie in the
You guys
southern
contemplated
hemisphere.
maybe that there was a little bit of sinister activity here. You guys weren't sure. This was what us DMs like to do sometimes, where we pose a morally gray situation on you, and you guys decide how you want to handle it. The consensus was that she's not really bothering anybody. The zombies don't seem to mind, so we're just going to leave and pretend like we didn't see anything here, or that it doesn't really matter that much.
She didn't care what her meat looked like.
You guys ended up wandering into El Turiel, and with not much clues to go on, you were looking for Leeson, ended up running into him and he said that you guys needed to spend some time with the Paladin Froome. God, I cannot say this dude's last name.
Here, you talk about the Squire Pudge Fudge.
Oh, I haven't got there yet.
Yeah, but still, all I can think about of him is who I picture is from Shrek. The little kid's like, yeah, as he's looking at.
Yeah, I can roar.
Onthar Froome is the Paladin's name.
Damn it.
You guys ended up running into his squire. His squire gave you kind of directions where he was hanging out. That was Squire Pudge Fudge.
Pudge Fudge.
Um,
David.
Leeson said that it was kind of important that you guys make a pretty good impression on Onthar. Onthar Froome is the guy's name. Because he needs some help, and he was considering asking you after some of your deeds and obtaining this information for them. But he just doesn't know that you guys are up to it. He wants to get to know you guys a little bit better, and he would feel better about divulging more information and sharing that with you. And you guys made a pretty good impression. There's some arm wrestling going on with Golk and the Paladin, and well, you have two arms. You just only have one hand. The one hand Golk performed pretty well with his secondary hand, not even his main hand, and was able to best him. You guys drank throughout the night. You guys swapped stories. War stories. You told him about your exploits in the Raiders camp, the encounters with the kobolds, which I'm sure you found delightful. Which brings us to the next morning. It's been a little over, not quite a full day since you arrived in El Turiel.
You said we were like drinking and
Oh yeah,
all damn night.
all night. Yep. The sun seems to come up a little sooner than you guys remember it ever coming up before in your entire lives. And why is it so bright? And why is everything so loud? But the city itself is bustling. A lot of trade merchants and people coming to and fro, in and out. This seems to be like it's sort of like a hub to get from to other places. This is a very popular sort of pit stop along those ways. If you guys have not gained the benefits of a long rest, please do so if you need that.
I can rage again tonight. Let's go.
Rage. Oops.
Stop.
So, I'm going to leave you guys to the day. You guys are free to explore El Turel. You are free to discuss things amongst yourselves.
It was all just merry time and jest and no talk of business or anything.
Anytime that it kind of came up, and most of the business that you guys discussed was more specifically about what you did to obtain the information, like some of the obstacles and hurdles that you overcame, versus talking anything about what's actually going on. You guys know as much as they do, or at least you think so. All that you know right now is that there's a group of people who are referred to as the Cult of the Dragons. They seem to be a little bit more active lately. They're actively recruiting miscreants, thugs, vagabonds, hired hands to... I see what you did there. To allow them to be able to go in and raid villages. After you did some interrogations of one of the prisoners, you found out that basically they're getting all this treasure to make a hoard that's worthy of their queen. The one that they refer to as the Mother of All Dragons. You guys did a little bit of research on this, a little bit of asking around and just your own knowledge. It's not very uncommon knowledge that the name Tiamat is mentioned in history and legends. As far as how much of it is legend, how much of it is true, you're not sure, but supposedly she is the mother of all chromatic dragons. That thing you do know for sure. So you gave them that information. The map told them about where the people were going, where they might head, and you sent that off to Leeson.
So I will. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna go back to the bar.
Say bar or barn.
I'm going to go back to the bar.
The bar.
Okay. I figured we were still there.
Yeah, same.
All right, well, I'm going back downstairs.
But it's only this much fun. I'm talking about having this much fun.
So I'm gonna go back to the bar, but I'm gonna try to like throw my hood up, not so nice. Kind of look like I'm mean mugging. Look like I'm up to no good.
This is what Aaron's doing.
I feel like out of all of us, he's probably got like the best constitution, used to drinking. So he's coming on like it was nothing that night. It's like
Yeah.
the rest of us are like,
Considering I know roughly about how much alcohol you all drank and partook in, everyone make Constitution saving throws.
First
Do I get advantage since I'm an experienced drinker?
Your DC's lower.
But disadvantage because you're drinking right-handed.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh.
All right, ready?
Oh, I failed.
damn it! I wasted the roll.
I wasted the good roll on
We're
you.
gonna hit the Euro step.
11.
11.
What does a 19 sound? 18.
You're
Oh, you said there's
groggy.
no crit for.
You're not used to drinking quite so much. You faked a little bit. Your belly is a little bit more full
There's
from
no crit
food.
on ability checks.
You ate
In the
what
new-
was presented to
new
you.
rules.
You
Really?
may have snuck
I thought
around
that's what it
and were
said.
stealing things off of other people's plates. Most of the good bits, you know, the snacky bits that you like, pieces of fish, maybe a little bit of pheasant. But you mostly kind of, your stomach is full from that. You didn't have much room for alcohol. Every time someone would give you, you're like, oh, yeah, this is great. And you just kind of pour some of it out and only drink part of it, so you're feeling all right.
You said underneath the new rules, you can't crit under ability checks, right?
Well, crit's not an auto success.
Not a success.
It's not an auto success.
Yeah, it
Okay,
never,
gotcha.
but they never were, so.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
How'd you do?
I, with my nat 20, got a 23.
23. You feel fine. Maybe you got some divine grace, or you asked your deity to overlook you, but you feel like you kept pace.
I think like every other wine, I would look towards the colonel and I'd be like, and you just see him go with his, and it turned to water.
He's over there doing Jesus tricks. He's doing
He's
Jesus
just,
tricks.
but he's doing the complete opposite. He's the reverse Jesus.
Yeah.
He's like, we need you in good.
Does that make him the devil?
Pedialyte. It's Pedialyte.
It was.
Yeah, I went to Clyde.
probably more along the lines
Clyde's, I
of.
want you sober. That's worse than me.
You seem to be the most level-headed amongst the bunch.
as
and,
usual.
Yeah, as usual. Right, Skriz.
I'm in this campaign.
Got it.
And
you
yeah,
kind of want to
out
make
all-
sure that everything's on the up and up, and that maybe no one's trying to take advantage of you guys. In a strange way, you've sort of like taken all these weirdos and these misfits of society kind of under your wing, because it's weird walking around with a chicken, and you know that.
Why are you dressed like
But you
no,
also
I
also
don't think it's
care.
weird. Everybody else thinks it's weird.
I guess that's my point.
Yeah.
Everyone else finds that
Happened to your
strange. So you
shoes.
yourself are a little bit of a misfit sometimes. So you kind of get it. You don't understand why it's weird, much like you don't understand why people would think these guys are weird. They're just people.
I understand why they think one of them's weird, but
one.
How'd you do?
Realize we didn't switch.
I had a whopping 19.
19 is pretty good. You're kind of in about the same state as him. Maybe a little better off. You're not really slurring your speech. Your eyes are a little fuzzy, but your head feels fine. No headache.
I won't let one hand stop me.
And how did Otis do?
So, Otis drank a lot.
So what happened was
So I feel like he was going shot for shot with with Froome, and Otis is like 60 pounds probably.
soaking wet.
Yeah.
With a backpack full of rocks on.
So he did a bunch of 151 shots on fire, and then he tripped over Rufus, cranked his head, and rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
And then he vomited.
You woke up this morning. You're like, that's kind of how you woke up this morning. You took a deep breath and you've kind of been in the outback. It's just kind of you're looking for like the boggiest, marshiest area you can get into. Just kind of like stick your face in it every now and then. Come. You're not feeling it this morning.
For a blooming onion.
be like, Grab Otis, take him out to like the horse trough, and like splash some water on his face. I'm like, I wish you'd quit playing them drinking games. You're not as big as the rest of these guys. And when old Froome tried to get you to go from lily pad to lily pad, talking about the tables, you took him up on that bet. And
Well,
when you started missing, you had to drink.
I could do it though. I thought I could. Well, you know what had happened was.
Like when you're trying to explain, I just dunk his head in the horse trough. What was that again?
Oh, you didn't hear me. What had happened was.
You need some more water. You look dehydrated.
So you're saying I need to eat more flies? Put on a little weight.
A little protein.
Okay.
Absorb some of that alcohol.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go vomit.
And then when he goes to vomit, I put his head underneath, and you see it start
Like
floating.
a cloud.
And I'm like, I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna go back in.
He's frog, right? They breathe underwater.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I hope.
Vomit doesn't count as water, though. Probably.
On the way back in, I'm like, yeah, he'll be all right.
And how did you do?
Send the colonel to watch
11.
after you.
So you're somewhere between Fig and Otis. You have a booming headache. You didn't drink as much as the other ones because you passed out at some point before you could drink on the same scale as them. You mostly stuck to non-hard liquors, but wine.
Ooh, that's the worst.
And you got that wine hangover, which is not fun if you've
Mouth
never
all
been
dry.
hungover on wine. It sucks. It is terrible.
I'm used to druid alcohol, not this stuff.
So yeah, you're a little tired. Your eyes hurt. You got like migraine. Every door closing is just the loudest thing you've ever heard. All you want is bread. Just give me bread.
What do you want? Gravy. Anything with the gravy?
Just gravy.
Surprise me.
All right, so that's kind of your guys' status. So a couple of you are pretty hungover. The rest of you are okay. But you guys do look a little tired. You got a full night's sleep, but you're recovering. What would you guys like to do?
While they're still in the recovery mode, I think Crispin's going to go to like early mass or whatever at the local church, and on the way back, he might stop somewhere to collect or buy some more healing kits, knowing that what's in their future, they might come in handy.
Okay.
So we'll go to let's see. Inventory and see how much money I have first and how much are healing kits. Another 5 gold apiece. Good. I'll go to the like I said, local church, local sanctuary, whatever. Don't care what deity but I'll just go ahead and I'll do my usual penance and leave maybe about 9 to 10 gold pieces there to help with the local, feeding the young and needy. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract that.
All right.
I'll go ahead and make it 12 gold pieces.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just letting you know, like that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but still, he knows it's going for a good cause, and it's not. He doesn't need anything extravagant that he can know of at this point. New to adventuring, that's a lot of money to be carrying around to him. So
You're not wrong. It's a good way
So
to
he
get-
would rather
It's a good way to get shanked.
he'd rather give it to the church than carry it around himself. He still has 197.
which is a lot. It's so much money. Okay. So he's wondering about the town of El Turio, looking for a local church or a charity organization to put some coin in the drop box. Fig, what would you like to do? You're not sure exactly when you might be called upon, or so you know that you might have some time to kill. What would you like to do in the meantime?
I know we got something from what was that little gremlin's name that got us here?
Stinky.
Sticky. He gave me a necklace.
Yeah, we have a necklace.
that needs identified, and you have the
And I have a little suspicious chime. or creepy chime or something like that I stole from from the farm. I feel like I want to figure out if we can find somebody to figure out if it does anything interesting.
Probably came up
Curious.
to me to get the necklace, and I just sort of shoved it at you and just like.
Okay.
See if I can get.
Do any of you possess the spell Identify?
We do not at the time. So I think I'm trying to find somebody in the city that can.
Okay.
Maybe like a library or
Make
something.
I'll say make a perception check to see if you notice any shops that might specialize in magic items or that kind of give off a vibe of maybe they buy or sell magical items.
Okay. 8.
An 8.
He goes to
Perception is not very.
he goes to the cheesemonger.
Nope. you see nothing that would strike you as
Huh?
Okay.
as a shop that possesses or sells or
I
might
like
have
to
someone who
talk.
can identify for you.
Gaseous
Might have to
cloud.
take somebody else with me later then.
Fiora probably won't be functional until at least 1 in the afternoon. So.
I'll try again.
Yeah, Otis will o'clock tomorrow.
Then in that case, I think he'll try and find somebody to buy the gems he has off of him.
How many gems did you get?
12.
Do you remember what they were?
The 100 gold piece gems. I don't think that you said
Okay.
what gems they were.
Not unless there was a specific gem you guys needed for a spell. Because I don't really feel like making up a gem crafter all
Fair
on
enough.
the
They're
thing.
just miniatures
You
of
are
a guy
able to
named
find
Jam.
someone, a jeweler of some sort that would be willing to
They're slim
purchase the gems
gems.
off of you for the value.
Cool. Sweet.
The raw gem value. So whatever I told you it was, that's fine.
Sounds good.
How about spell my damn name right in Discord?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay, you're forgiven.
Did you hear that?
Round 1 or
Baby
2,
sings.
once Fiora is like functional,
Mhm.
I'd sort of stagger out. I want to find maybe an. I'm trying to decide whether I want to try to make potions or I want to buy them. I think I'm just going to buy them this time.
Okay. Do you have an herbalism kit?
I do have an herbalism kit. I just know that it takes a while to make.
It takes a day. That's it.
Yeah, it takes for a
You have to have
potion.
you have to have half in gold of the materials you need to make it, so you could probably buy the herbs,
Yeah.
or try to find some of them, and it just takes one day to make one potion.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming that I'm not going to find many, if any, in the city.
How do you know that? You didn't look.
I could look. I just assumed.
Are you trying to find the herbs or the potions?
What's that?
We'll just go ahead and find the herbs.
Okay. Are you proficient with an herbalism kit?
That's
Okay.
what I'm gonna need
So you
that
have one and you're already
when I
proficient.
wear long
Great.
sleeves.
I would say that most herbs for potions of healing would be pretty common herbs. It's the process of brewing them and the knowledge of brewing them that is what you're paying for. Because it's not something that they can just snap their finger and make. You're paying for the service. So how many potions worth of supplies would you like to buy?
About how expensive is it?
So a normal healing potion would cost 50 gold if you bought it from a shop. So you'd need to buy 25 gold worth of herbs to make it yourself.
You can only make
Nice.
one a day.
Yeah,
One a day.
you can only make one a day. But
Unless you have multiple people in the party who have both proficiency in an herbalism kit and the supplies.
Not
You,
only
you are
that.
as well? Okay, so
I'm
you
going-
could make 2 a day.
So I'm going to get, I think, 100 gold worth of herbs if they have that much.
That would make 4 potions.
We probably won't make them all right now, but like if we keep them in our packs, I assume they're dried or something.
Yeah, you probably have in your kit, or you probably have some type of like an herb pouch,
Yeah.
or several like little compartments within that to probably keep
That
a
way-
multitude of herbs.
Maybe we could work on it on the road or something if we don't get it all done now.
So
Pringles
let's
can.
see. Just
Don't
so
get your
I'm
herb
telling you
pouches mixed
correct.
up.
Smoked all my basil.
Wrong game.
Tastes like oregano.
Must be the Italian weed.
I had Italian buffalo sauce the other day with some wings. It was interesting. It was like oregano and buffalo sauce.
I like oregano, but I don't know.
It was weird. The chicken was good.
You
Sauce
are
is
also
great.
able to craft spell scrolls. So It's a thing that you can craft. It's not as easy to do before.
Urinating.
Yeah, it specifically mentions brewing potions of healing. Character who has proficiency with an herbalism kit can create a potion of healing. Doing so requires using that kit and 25 gold pieces of raw material over the course of 1 day, or if you have 8 hours of downtime. But you can only make one per day. You can't stay up and say, I'm just going to 16 hours. I was going to make a joke about drugs, but I'm not going to. Like, you can't do that. You can't have that kind of house. You can't have a potion house, right? So you can spend 8 hours and you can do that. And if you also have the herbalism kit and you're proficient with it, you guys could kind of both, maybe if you check into an area or if you're in an inn or something, you guys could maybe set up like a little table, and I would say that you guys could use your kits together and each brew a potion.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy 100 gold's worth.
No,
So
I'm not proficient with it.
You're not proficient with it.
No, I've got it, but
I guess
clear.
double check.
I'm a map calligraphy. Ugh. Yeah,
Yes.
You're proficient in calligraphy.
yeah,
So a calligrapher's kit.
yeah. Never mind.
Okay. Is anybody else here proficient with an herbalism kit?
Nope.
I only have it because I'm a druid.
Okay.
Smith's tools.
Let's see. Tools.
Oh, you can make spell scrolls with that.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Okay, good.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so with the calligrapher's kit, since these are all new rules we're learning, the ability that you would use for checks is dexterity. You can use the utilize action, which would let you to write text with impressive flourishes that guard against forgery. So you could make, documents with your handwriting that would be hard to forge. You are also able to craft ink and spell scrolls. Does anybody else have any tools that they have proficiency with and they're not sure exactly what they do now?
I have a cartographer's kit and I can make maps. That's pretty much it as far as I know.
Yes. Cartographer's toolkit requires wisdom. You can draft a map of a small area. You do have to still make a check, and you can craft maps.
I mean, I have an herbalism kit, but it's not my proficiency.
So you wouldn't be able to make the potions. You have to have proficiency with the toolkit.
Okay, gotcha.
If for some way I would say that if you maybe read a book, or you could gain the proficiency, but it's just not native to you.
Gotcha.
So for the spell scrolls,
Yeah.
I know they're different because they had one in Xanathar's, but they changed like the values and stuff.
So spell scrolls, they take an amount of time and money based on the level of the spell. For each day of inscription, you must work for 8 hours. If a scroll requires multiple days, they don't have to necessarily be consecutive. To scribe a scroll, you must have proficiency in the Arcana skill or with the calligraphy tools and have the spell prepared on each day of the inscription. So you're able to craft your own scrolls with spells you know. You can't craft spells not from something.
So I have it prepped, put it on a scroll, and then I could just switch spells out and still have that as a spell. Yeah.
It also says you have to have at hand any material components required by the spell. So if it requires like, a diamond or something, you'd have to have
like
that.
for a revivify or something.
Okay.
Which is nice. You can make a scroll revivify or something.
So for a cantrip scroll, it's 1 day. Level 1 is 1 day. They kind of go up in increments. Like level 5 spell scrolls, it says it takes a month pretty much. It takes 25 days, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that they have value. Like you could sell the scroll.
Yeah.
Especially if you were a wizard with that, you could probably sell your spell scrolls to merchants or other wizards.
That makes sense.
Any other tools that you guys are curious about how they work now? No? Okay, great. If you guys have any questions, we will look it up and we'll go through on a case by case. But I think it's all pretty interesting. If you look under equipment now, maps actually have a function where before they did not.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it might be actually useful
Maps
to pick
are
up some materials to do that.
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah. Like your tools used to be like, I have this toolkit and it does a thing, but what do I do with it?
Oh, it's a +5 bonus to wisdom survival checks you make to find your way and place that represents. Which is kind of cool.
Yep. So yeah, if you actually make it, that's what it does. You can buy a map of an area, if you're in a city, you could buy a map of like a particular region, or you could buy a map of a town, and it would allow you to find stuff easier, obviously. finding anything else, you can do the same wisdom checks.
Okay.
Or if you are in a small area, you could also try to craft your own map by exploring.
Okay, so we, as a party, don't actually have a map yet, do we?
Of the Sword Coast? No.
I think so. No.
Okay, I'd probably want to go get a map. then.
Okay, so your step one as a cartographer and explorer of navigation
Yeah.
is you want to find a map. That should actually be pretty easy to find.
Mhm.
No check needed. You're able to find a shop that has maps of the Sword Coast.
Okay.
They're all varied as far as detail and stuff, but the average cost of that map is going to cost you 1 gold piece.
Oh, just one?
1 gold piece.
Okay, cool. I was expecting more expensive. Okay, so I'm going to get.
That's pretty expensive. 1 gold piece for a piece of paper. is a lot.
Yeah, but it's also probably a pretty big map.
But they're
for being
like
a
they're
whole
drawn by
Sword
hand.
Coast. Yeah.
You know, so
Mhm.
and it
A
takes
lot
time.
of work. Yeah.
So if they have enough, I'd probably just get one for everyone, just in case we get separated or something.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, or you could just keep yours.
I've never gotten lost.
I feel like Fig doesn't know how to read a
Is
map.
Otis wanting a map?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I feel
You
like
had a face.
I feel like Otis, since he's traveled a lot, he's got an over amount of confidence that he knows where he's going.
I think at most
So-
2. Probably.
Okay, I'll get two in case we need to split up for some reason.
So you have 2 copies of a map of the Sword Coast. Go ahead and add those to your inventory.
I think Otis is gonna try and follow KFC to the temple to find Jesus to cure this hangover. he's gonna do his best, like.
Dear Frog Jesus, help me.
The whole way there, I'm like, Otis. It's Lathander, not Jesus. I don't know who this Jesus is you're talking about.
That's something I heard, man. I don't know.
Be a
I know
dream,
these
I don't know.
things. So, Frog Thunder.
Frog,
Okay.
that's close enough. He might be one of your deities. You don't know
I
that.
don't know.
We don't
I
know
hope
he doesn't look
I
like
hope
a
it
frog.
works. Dear Frog Thunder, I swears. Little 5-pound, 3-ounce Frog Thunder sitting in a little manger, all swaddled up, nice and cute.
Beard.
Not in the baby form. If you could just make my head stop hurting half as much as it does, I swear I'll make a good price when I sell my moonshine. I'll eat less endangered flies. I'll give Rufus more pets. Please, Frog Thunder.
Also for the crafting, because it is a thing. If another character helps you with the crafting task, you can lessen it by half,
That's interesting. Didn't know that.
because each of you are like contributing to it.
Oh,
So
cool. Do they have to share like the proficiency or?
Yeah.
Okay, makes
Oh,
sense.
okay, I was-
Makes sense.
well, not all things require proficiency to do it. Just the kit.
Yeah.
But the potions are specifically mentioned that you have to have you have to have proficiency with.
Yeah, because instead of the scrolls, you have Arcana or the
Yeah.
Calligraphy, which is kind of cool. I like that.
Um,
I don't have either.
Frog
you know.
Thunder
What are
does
those
not
snake
hear your
people?
prayers.
The snake people?
Yeah.
The U-10?
Frog
Yeah,
Thunder
that's
is
the
not
one-
really
okay,
a
the one
deity,
you don't
so,
like.
so Frog
Yeah.
Thunder does not hear your cries and pleas.
He doesn't?
Falls upon deaf ears.
I don't think Frog Thunder works. He don't like me.
Well, maybe we get over there. We'll research a little bit. There might not be a Frog Thunder.
I think it's Jesus.
We'll go with
think that's
Jesus.
the
That's
name.
fine with me.
Dear Jesus. Is this-
Maybe
this
your
how-
toad and savior. I don't know.
Is this? Did I do it right? I've never done this before. Is
You
that
know-
how you pray?
We'll get there. Maybe we splash a little holy water. Obviously, the water this morning didn't help. We'll get something that's blessed.
Yeah, that was chunky.
Them horses need to choose their food before they go drink,
Yeah, they do.
and
Can
so do you.
Can you carry me?
I pick him up. It's like his head's on my shoulder. I'm like,
There.
like I have the colonel's down there like looking, and he just give you the look of like. I think Rufus is also. I got Rufus on one shoulder too. I'm like, ah. And the colonel in his satchel, just like looking up at him, like,
Look like you're
Big
starting a
Daddy all over
farm.
me, like, pisses all over.
yeah.
Can I roll for bladder control?
I mean, you can roll.
Oh, no.
You can roll for
Thanks,
anything you
man.
want, I guess.
All right.
It doesn't mean I'm going to say yes.
So I'm gonna go with. How about this? Odds for number 1 is I pee on him. Evens for number 2.
Please be odds.
19. Oh, it's pee.
I'm gonna be like, Otis,
It's warm.
that better be water dripping from you.
You're so warm.
Did you just piss on me?
Frogs don't pee in traditional human ways. It's more of a discharge.
Did you just? Did you just? Is that palm water on me?
I can't.
Did you
see.
did you just leak from your lily pad all over me?
Maybe.
Check it. TikTok chat.
We're getting banned for sure. Believe it or not, folks, you guys are epic heroes. They saved the world once.
I'm putting him back down. I'm like, you're walking from here.
I might throw up my stomach though.
How the roles have reversed. You're Rocky. You're Chris.
What's up? Reverse.
No, you're walking. You need to walk this shit off.
It's the double reverse from Uno.
And I have to go wash my clothes now.
No, I got you. And I'm
No,
gonna slap
you
my
got me
hands.
all right. You got me good. All down this side over here. Rufus is. I think Rufus is still on my shoulder because he's like disgusted with you.
Could be. I'll cast Thaumaturgy and just. It's probably not going to clean it up, but it's going to blow it into him a little bit more.
Yeah, now it just spreads out a little bit more. I'm like, now it looks like I pissed myself. I'm like,
Did it work? I can't really open my eyes.
yeah, you're fine. Just stop, please. Just stop.
Where'd you go? I'll do it again.
All the cool kids peed themselves.
Ooh, if you don't pee your pants.
I'm like, oh.
Anyway.
It's like having a little kid. It's like Big Daddy or whatever.
So you find your map. You guys share a moment. And you were looking for a magic shop. No success. What would you like to do? Gulk.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Gulk's been waiting for this moment. So Gulk is, yeah, like he's mean mugging at the bar, like trying to look like he's tough as shit. Like he just like slams his gauntlet, just making obnoxious noises, because he doesn't know how to be tough. And I think I'll like do the occasional, like I'll get my beer and do like the turnaround, like look at my bar. Is there any people like sitting in a shaded corner? I just figured I heard of that one time. Like shady people sit in dark corners of the bar.
Take a perception check.
Yes. Around here, he's known as Strider.
That'd be badass. Oh, nice. 18.
You hear someone else going out. Baggins, Bilbo Baggins. That's my cousin.
No.
I'm sorry. What was your roll?
18.
18. I would say that no one looks like they're sitting in a seedy, dark corner. It's kind of dark in here anyway, so everywhere is kind of dark. I wouldn't say that you see anybody that really looks like they are trying to be inconspicuous but failing at it. It's mostly just merchants and travelers.
So cold.
You asked for
His
this,
arm is frozen.
but you asked for it.
I didn't know he'd do it the day I wear a tank top.
Well, don't anymore. And then next week you're gonna come in with like the
I'm
shirt,
cranking
yeah,
the
and he's
heat
gonna
up. I'm
close it
cranking the
again.
heat up.
I'm gonna
Every
bring
week
my
it's gonna
alpaca
rotate.
sweater and be ready to be comfy.
Oh, good times. Good
Sweating.
times. You do see a couple of guys. They're sitting around. There's a couple of dwarves. They're playing a game of. It's some sort of a betting game, where they're actually smacking each other in the face as hard as they can. They're just taking turns.
All right. I'll feel like
They started like getting a little crowd going.
Yeah, I feel like, they're up to no good. Might as well join them.
Okay.
And like maybe they're part of like, I don't know, rough crowd, kobolds, all that stuff.
Kobolds.
Like the kobold camp, like people from there.
Oh, you could make an 18 Make another, I would say, an investigation check to see if maybe you recognize them.
16.
They do not seem like they came from the encampment. But, I mean, they kind of give off the impression of sort of being like hired mercenaries that are just kind of killing time right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just walk over there and not knowing how to play the game, I just smack the first person I see. And I put like 2 coins on the table, like 2 gold coins.
Do you put the coins down before you smack anybody?
I pretty much set them down and just go.
Okay, so the 2 dwarves are standing up, and the blonde dwarf on the right hand side, he just got done like smacking the other dwarf as hard as he can in the face. And you see the eyes kind of roll in the back of the head of the black haired.
I'm gonna hit that one.
The black haired.
Yeah.
He's got like bits of like almost like a stripe going down his head, where it's kind of silvering. But other than that, it's like distinguished. But the stripe kind of goes all the way down his head and all the way down his mustache and all the way down his beard. It's white all the way, like someone touched him with a paintbrush from here all the way back.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack him on the other side. Even out this side.
He doesn't see you coming because he has an eye patch.
Nice.
So you basically go up and you sucker smack him right in the face.
Yeah, but I put my 2 gold on.
So the one guy smacks him, and then you come and smack him yourself after you threw the gold down. There's like a kind of a hush falls over as he goes down on the ground, just collapses. after 2 good smacks, just he's unconscious.
So
You smacked him with the gauntlet side of your hand.
I figured like that means I won, so I'll just like start.
You start
raking in the
scooping in the
coins.
money, and then the dwarf that's still standing, plus a couple of their friends, they all start pulling out the blades at you and go, whoa, 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 Sonny. That's not your money.
But I knocked him out.
Yeah, with a sucker punch. If you want to play the game, you put your money down, you take your turn. Do you want to play?
Okay. Well, how much does this get me?
Well, you have to pay his pot because he can no longer continue after that sucker punch.
How much?
I mean, it was hilarious. But he's going to be really pissed off when he wakes up.
How much is the pot?
Pot was up to 8 gold. Cover his share, you can take his spot.
I got 3. That's just enough beer money. Son of a bitch. I will start digging in my pockets. I'm like, look in my bag.
None of us
And
are
You start hearing some of their friends.
I will put.
Their co-workers or whatever. They're all starting to kind of chime in. It's all dwarves.
I will put.
Various different dwarves. Like there's a couple females. There's a couple of most of the males. There's one's like a slightly taller. There's like a real short one, but they're all dwarves. All in all, counting the 2 that were playing the game, there's 7 of them.
Okay. I will put on the table 2 shiny rocks, a flask with an eyeball in it, and some mushrooms.
One of the female dwarves, she's got like this long braid in her hair that goes all the way around both of her ears, and it connects down into like her beard. She's got like just this little peach fuzz of a beard, but like it's like a big goatee. The rest is like fuzzy, but it's like long beard. She kind of eyeballs you and goes, "I'll pay your way."
Yes. She's so into me. All right.
Hold on. We split the pot.
That's very kind of you, sir.
There's a hush that falls over them. Even the people who don't know who they are, it just gets real quiet. You got giant balls, lad. I like ye. Maybe once you're done here winning this contest for us, we can go back to my room for a while.
Never been to anybody's room before. Okay.
And so she speaks over and she goes,
He's going to
Slappy.
be a dwarven form of herpes.
I got his fee. Whatever he bets, I'll pay as long as he's in.
Okay.
She's gonna let you into the Dwarven Forge.
Yeah, she is. I'm ready. Who am I fighting? Or who am I slapping?
You're fighting against, well, you're slapping against Slappy.
Slappy.
Slappy, sticky, fudge.
Fudge.
All right.
You'll remember
Fudge is
those
over
names.
there in the corner.
You're not going to remember
Do
Frulum,
it.
or Frulum, Why? Because that name's
Why
whack.
couldn't it have been Punchy?
Because it's not a punching contest.
Wasn't Slappy the bartender?
Punchy's one of the other dwarves.
Slapsies.
Slapsies.
Sorry.
Yeah. Close.
It's just a nickname anyway. Slappy's not his real name.
How do we determine who goes first?
Oh. Well, you already took your turn. So I'm first. Home turf and all. You're the visitor. You hear a couple of them like, knock that orc's block off.
Okay. I guess I'll.
So he hauls off and he's like, are you ready?
Yep.
You're about halfway through the yep and he smacks the bejesus out of you.
Would it be possible to like brace for impact?
Yeah, we're going to do a con save.
Okay. Well, because I was gonna rage, but like me biting down on my teeth was
Sure,
like my
I'll
rage.
allow it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like this weird instinct kicks in. You know something bad's about to happen.
So fucking good.
How was your con save?
19.
Okay, so he smacks you, and you're pretty sure he gave you every bit of hit he had, and it doesn't even make your face move. You're kind of just looking down at him, like you're gritting your teeth, but it doesn't look like you're gritting your teeth, and he seems shocked that you were able to take that. Well, looks like we've got a player.
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn, lad.
So I just kind of like rubbed my face. My new date slaps harder than you.
And she gives you like a little pat on the butt. She's like, "Oh yeah."
I'm so fucking inspired.
Heroic inspiration.
I win. All right. You know what? It's not broke. Don't fix it. All right. So I'll slap him.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
+5, +5, +5. 20. Dirty.
Dwarves usually got good.
You did knock him out,
constitution.
but you smack him really hard. This is your offhand, right? This is not your predominant hand.
only.
You give him one good smack. It
Give him the
catches him. His head kind of wobbles a little bit,
Nubbing you.
and his face is. You can actually see it instantaneously turns like blush red right where you hit him. There's a little bit of a welt and bruise within a second or two afterwards, just like up on the side of his cheek.
I don't know if I don't know the rules. I'll pump the holy damage into him too. I'm gonna slap the holy shit out of him.
Go ahead and.
Well,
I would say that it's going to add
it's-
to the DC
it's-
check.
Oh, okay.
Because basically your attack roll
5
is like
more?
the DC check to see how I do.
So 25 in total.
25
Plus
in total.
2. 27.
As your hand kind of comes up in contact, this like radiating white light comes off of the palm. As you strike him, it's like this cloud of light explodes off the side of his face. You see a little bit of singe mark in his beard where you hit him on the impact.
More white in his beard now.
He goes down.
And I'll look over at my new lady. And I'll be like, that's going to be on your ass tonight.
I mean, this
Singe off
character
all her
took a
hairs?
vicious turn. To
This is what happened the first time he left the woods. His mom warned him about all this stuff.
My mom warned
Stay
me
in
about
the
girls
woods.
like you. I
We
was
should let
hoping
him
she
go
was
back to the
right.
woods.
So, what did you say your name was, Slatty?
Golk.
You got a last name there, Gulk.
Tunyon.
And her face kind of gets like real serious.
It's my stepdad.
And then all the other dwarves get like real quiet. Tunyon, you say?
Yep. From the woods.
From the clan of the White Claw.
Don't know anything about it.
No, you dummy, it's the clan of the White Paw. Yeah, of the White Wolf.
My dad chopped trees.
She like divvies up the money with you, gives you your half. She takes her half. I think I'm gonna skip that date tonight, son.
You'll see a teardrop. I want to go again.
They're no longer playing. They're gathering up their stuff and getting ready to leave. They're picking up their 2 unconscious dwarf friends and kind of dragging them out of the tavern. The barkeep kind of sees all this commotion kind of going on after the mention of the name Tunyon, and he's like vigorously wiping a glass, like not trying to make eye contact with you. It's very noticeable. You don't even need to make a check for it. As soon as like you said the name, it was like someone bumped a record player. It's like, and it just got real weird and quiet, like when you smacked that one guy.
I'm all giddy because now I got more money for beer.
So you ended up with 8 gold.
Sweet. So I'll take the 8 gold. And I'll go over to the barkeep and order 2 beers.
Okay. He's trying to like not make eye contact with you, and it's pretty noticeable. He's like, "So, can I help you, sir?"
2 beers.
Sure. Any particular kind of beer you're looking for? Just this normal house ale is.
Totally fine.
So he goes and he gets he like very quickly gets the beers, and you can see both of his hands are kind of nervous. And he kind of sits them down on the bar.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Are you having a good day?
Yeah, Mr. C's been paying me well.
He doesn't seem to respond.
Shit, I figured that was gonna work. Are you having a good day?
He's kind of like looking around, almost like he's looking for someone to help him out of this situation. Yes.
Okay. I'll carry on having a good day.
As you're having this conversation with him, your friend, the paladin from the night before, comes up and kind of very gently puts his hand on your shoulder. You should be very careful tossing that name around here. It's not a well-liked name.
What, Gawk?
And no, son. Tunyon.
I don't even know if he's my real dad.
You say that's your name.
It's the name I was given.
Was it your mother's name?
Nope, it was my dad.
What was your father? What was his name?
Well, I mean, I always call him Tunyon because I like the name, but,
He's like, let's go have a seat. We'll sit, have a couple of beers, we'll talk.
Okay. I'll have
And
to
he kind of tosses a gold coin over to the barkeep. His drinks are on me. So you and Frulum are kind of sitting down at this little table, way over in the corner. And you can kind of tell that he's purposely keeping his voice a little bit lower. The patrons in the bar seem to have kind of like gone back to their drinks and their food. So, I got to know you a little bit last night. You seem like a good lad, good fighter. Helped us out, hoping that you'll be able to help us out further. Now, I don't judge somebody by the deeds of their kin. From what I've heard, you seem to be a good person. You save children. You protect the innocent. Other bearers of that surname, not so much. So, tell me about your family.
I mean, not much.
You say you're not from the White Paw clan.
Not that I remember. I mean,
Well, where were you raised?
in the woods. We lived out in the woods in a little cabin.
Tell me about your mother.
Very pretty. My mom was a nice lady. She was a druid.
Was she an orc like you?
No, she was an elf.
And he kind of like gives you a very peculiar look. Go on.
He's like, everybody gives me that look.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was an elf. Alara was her name. Again, just love nature. Love talking with animals, and I didn't really learn how to talk to many, mainly squirrels. It's about it.
So you can speak to animals.
Just squirrels.
Just squirrels.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any other rodents? Just squirrels.
Just squirrels.
I suppose that could be potentially useful.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. And then my dad. I mean, I called him Tunyon, but
And your mother's name was Alara,
yeah,
and she was an elf.
yeah.
Do you know which particular faction of elves was maybe a wood elf or a high elf or
She's wood elf.
wood elf? Interesting. Okay, and you say she was beautiful. I believe that. Most elves I've ever come across have been beautiful individuals.
Yep. Yeah.
The babies look a little weird, but as adults, I'm not much of a kid person. They can't help it. Weird heads, you know. They're like too big for their bodies. They just tip over all the time. Anyway, and your dad.
Yep. My dad.
You just referred to him as Tunyon, which is your last name.
For the most part, I always got confused with our names. His name was Grumlock.
Gremlock.
Grum, Grumlok. Grumlock Tunyon. So I just called him Tunyon.
And your father was an orc.
Funny story. He is a human.
And are you sure your father's name was Grumlock Tunyon?
That's what I was told. He answered to Tunyon.
He told you this?
Yeah.
Anyone ever come to your part of the woods looking for your father?
If they needed a tree chopped down, he was a lumberjack.
So his profession was lumberjack.
Yeah. That's where I got my axe.
Did he do any other type of like wood carving or crafting? Maybe furniture or homes?
He built our home with wood. And yeah.
And you say your father was a human.
Yeah. Well, he looks like all the other humans.
And your mother was a druid.
Yes.
Practitioner of nature.
Yeah. She never had a job. She just talked to animals and
Did your father ever show any prowess with a blade?
he could chop a tree down.
That's not what I meant.
I never seen him kill anybody, if that's what you're asking.
Or an animal, maybe a bear attacked when you guys were out, or a wolf, or did he ever have to defend you in any way?
He did say one time he could circumcise a gnat with his axe.
It's quite impressive.
Well, that was a hatchet. Yeah. Something like that.
And if it's not too personal, may I ask what happened to your family?
They both died of old age. Well, they died really quick. It was weird. Like, they were kind of young, I would say. Like, my dad had, like, the salt and pepper look. My mom was always useful. Not useful.
Youthful.
Youthful. Not useful. She was useful.
Wow.
She was always like making me sandwiches and stuff. She was totally useful.
Yeah. She knew I liked orange slices in my lunches.
She got me shoes with the Velcro.
She was, yeah. But, like, I don't know.
Payless.
Maybe like a week or two went by. I figured just what happened with old people.
And how old were you?
Let's see here. What's today?
He gives you the date.
I am 1,5,6,2 days old. We didn't track in years. We tracked by the days.
Somebody want to do that damn math.
It's not
Assuming-
very
Doesn't
much.
seem very much.
Assuming that the calendar is
That's
on a
like
365 day
yeah,
rotation.
that's like
5 at the most.
4.279
I could be wrong.
years.
So you're like 4.5 years old.
Sure. I mean, we tracked by the days. It was weird.
So when you say they died,
Yeah, they like.
did you see them die? Did you find them?
I found them
Did
dead.
you not find them? Did you just show up one day and they were gone?
I found them dead. My dad looked really old. Like almost like skin and bones old. It was weird. My mom kind of the same way. My dad was on the front porch, face down. and my mom died like over like the kitchen area.
Did she look old too?
Yeah.
When you say old, do you mean aged or like dried out?
Aged and then dried out. You could see them progressively over like, I don't know, 3-4 days, 3 or 4 moons. They were like youthful, then old.
That's firm right now. What the fuck are you saying?
And you have no idea what happened.
No, I went out hunting, went on my own private hunt, looking for some food, came back, they were old and dead. Now they're in my little pouch.
Your story doesn't make a lot of sense. And I can tell that you've spent a lot of time outside of civilization. Maybe words are confused, maybe you mean one thing, other people would say another. It's an interesting story. Did you do any sort of investigations on the bodies to see if maybe they had been infected by some sort of magic or poison, or were there any wounds? Any other clues?
No, I didn't do much. My mom loved mushrooms.
And you say you have their ashes.
Yeah, they're right here.
What are you planning on doing with them?
Well, originally I was kind of using it as a sob story to get free beer. Because they didn't let me go to the city very much, because they said orcs, people don't like orcs. But people love drinking beer with me. But now my only goal really is just spread their ashes in like a cool place. Because they never let me go anywhere.
So Frulum's kind of like rubbing his beard. He's kind of like rubbing the bald spot on his
He's like,
head.
I should have talked to a different member of the party.
Gulk, I'm on a level with you. And that name around here is kind of a bad word. Your surname, Tunyon. There's a clan of orcs run by a particularly nasty orc, known only as Tunyon. They're not sure if it is his only name, his surname. Orcs are not really known for having the same sort of civilities that we do. Surnames are not as important. He might be Tunyon of the White Paw, or he might be White Paw Tunyon, but they come from the White Paw clan. Their emblem is a white wolf. They were a very particular violent group and tribe of orcs. They have raided,
What
murdered,
orcs did we run
looted,
into?
but they have wandered into the deeper recesses. Supposedly they are, rumors are abound that they are trying to turn a new leaf, so to speak, become a little bit more civilized, build their own society, especially in more recent years. But Tunyon was the most vicious, the most brutal. There have been rumors that Tunyon is actually no longer in charge, that he wandered off. Maybe he had bad blood with another clan, or a rival, or was mortally wounded and disappeared. No one really knows, but it was years ago that the rumor first started. It is possible that maybe your father was not a human. I'm just throwing out ideas. Maybe he was this war leader.
This is pretty heavy, Paladin.
I'm just saying that it could be a possibility. Or it could be a human who just maybe liked the name, ran across the clan, took the name for himself, maybe hiding from the authorities. But I find it pretty odd that your mother was an elf, and your father was a human. You know physiologically that is impossible, right?
You know, when you say it, sounds correct.
I'm just saying that two billy goats don't make a boar when they have babies. And if you mix a billy goat and a boar, and we'll say that you could do that, it doesn't turn out ducks.
We need that T-shirt.
It's gonna be a meme. We're making memes here.
Well,
I'm not trying to disgrace your parents' legacy. Perhaps you were from this clan. Maybe they found you. Maybe they decided to adopt you and raise you. There's still a lot more to your story I don't think that you've quite discovered.
There's somebody at the end of the bar.
No.
Actually. Actually. You can't
No.
do that.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't expect you to have all of the answers. I just wanted to warn you about the name. There's a lot of people who are affected by that particular individual.
And fucking goats.
If you were gonna have a different surname, what should I call myself? So I don't get in trouble.
I think that you should not be ashamed of who you are. You clearly aren't, and you shouldn't be. You could be turning over a new reputation for the clan of Tunyon, the name of Tunyon. They will remember the day that Gulk Tunyon saved all those children in the town of Greenest, and any other great deeds that you would do from here. You could potentially erase your surname's bad blood.
Well, I will say I'm getting really good at that slap game.
He laughs. He's like, I saw.
That could be my calling.
That could be it, huh?
I could stay here, become slap champion.
I'm hoping that I will be able to recruit you for something a little bit more your speed.
No-handed slap champion.
Bigger. We can discuss it a little bit later.
It's big gloves to fill.
I just want you to think about if you're going on a journey, and whether it's you undertake this task that I am going to ask you to help me with, or you go on another journey. Finding out about your parents and your family and where you came from may be important.
That's true.
And it sounds like you loved your family, and it seems like they loved you and raised you to be a decent person.
Yeah.
And a heck of a lumberjack, from what I understand. I've heard about the feats that you did with that axe.
Yeah.
Plus, you told me your own stories, and it seems like even with one hand you can manage. Are you looking to maybe find a permanent replacement for your hand?
I just got a gauntlet.
I meant a functional replacement, not a cosmetic one.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I kind of like that people think I'm weaker than what I am.
I don't think anyone would ever call you weak. You don't look weak, even with one hand. I've met many pirates with only one hand that could do the work of 5 men.
So I got to level with you.
And he kind of tilts his head. Go on.
I'll do whatever you want.
So you're already on board.
Yeah.
I haven't even asked, but that's good to know.
But you got to answer one question.
I'll do my best.
Aside from me, who in my group could take my slap champion title?
In your present party,
And I'm just sitting here pondering.
I don't know that anyone wants it. But maybe the cleric. He seems to have a bit of divine intervention on his side.
Yes.
It was good talking to you, Golk.
It's been a pleasure, and I'll put just out of habit, still not used to one hand, I'll put my gauntlet hand out.
He kind of looks
for a
at you and
handshake.
kind of chuckles a little bit. If you do ever find a replacement, I wouldn't mind getting my gauntlet back. If you're thinking about getting a permanent replacement, If you're ever in the city of Bolter's Gate, I have an artificer friend there. He might be able to help you. I don't think it'll be cheap, though.
What's his name?
His name? Sprocket.
Sprocket.
Is he a goblin?
No, he's a toad.
He's a toad.
He is not a toad. Peanut gallery.
He just says that randomly in conversation.
Sprocket is one of the best metal workers and artificers that I have ever known. His craft is very rare in these lands. He is a gnome. You will usually find him in one of the local blacksmith shops that he hasn't been kicked out of. His experiments oftentimes lead to erratic behaviors and explosions.
Sounds like Grizz.
Well, if I'm
He's done some wondrous things with gunpowder.
if I'm in Baldur's Gate, I'll be happy. I'll come back with a second hand.
Just ask for Sprocket Whirligig.
Remember that, guys. Right there.
Yeah, we'll write it down for you.
Gee, somebody's got to be the comedic relief.
He's a bit of an eccentric, but he does fine work.
Okay. I mean it. I'll do anything. You answered my question. I'll answer your call. I owe you a favor.
He's only doing this to get his gauntlet back.
I was wondering when I was going to get to use Sprocket Whirligig, and I might get to use him now. I'm so excited.
An impossible task.
So,
I'm John Wick.
Frulum gets up, pays for your drink. You kind of sit there with like some quiet contemplation. You're already in your mind. You have agreed to whatever this task is. The 7 dwarves that you encountered earlier.
They had some winch to go check after.
They said that they had some things to go do.
Yeah.
Hi-ho!
Is there anything else that the party would like to do, either together or separately, while you guys are in this town?
I think
You just see
together,
him marching out, singing.
Yeah.
I'll try and see if I can find
Carrie and
something
Sleepy, the knocked out one.
So you guys spend a few hours wandering around on your own, just taking in the sights. You guys kind of meet back up.
Do I stop and get my healing kits?
Your what now?
Healing kits.
Healing kits.
Healer kits. Yeah.
Healer kits from like the general store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought this was like a trick question. I feel like it was. I kept feeling like it was a trick question. I was like, "What do you mean healers kits? What are you talking about?"
Yes.
You do?
Is there any other like basic equipment or tools that people are wanting to pick up while they are here? Any sort of basic equipment?
So I technically did not start with a cartographer kit because
Cheater. But you didn't make a map.
You didn't make a map.
You bought one. So you
yeah,
haven't.
but I
so
think
So you haven't cheated yet.
You haven't cheated yet.
no, that's why I'm asking.
You can buy a cartographer's kit. You need to know how much it is?
yeah,
15 gold.
All right.
because if we had started with the new rules, I would have one because that was part of my background. But since we didn't start with the new rules, I didn't have one.
Just add the cartographer's
Okay,
kit.
I just making
You're the
sure.
only person I know that wants to play that by the book, and I appreciate it. But we're not talking like 100 gold item here. A cartographer's kit will set you back a whopping
3 gold. Got her.
You go with 2.
cartographer's tools would cost a whopping 15 gold.
15 gold.
Okay.
You're not like, can I get some full plate?
You can't wear that anywhere.
Hey, some full plate and a +1 shield. Can I get that?
My
What are you
character's
starting
supposed to
with
start
that?
with full plate.
It's adamantine too.
Yeah,
Is adamantine
adamantine.
plate cool to start level 1? We're cool, right?
+3 armor.
Also, my backstory, I might be Deadpool.
I might be dead.
I want to break the fourth wall continually and be the funniest person in the party. Spontaneous dance numbers. Is that cool?
I have a little sidekick dog with its tongue hanging out.
Such a great movie.
Basically, that's the
Coming to streaming October 1st. I'm going to watch it at least 3 more times.
Yeah,
What a good
easy.
movie.
Anyway, so yes, you can have cartographers. Are you proficient with cartographer's tools? Excellent. Okay, so you bought your map. You got your kit in your story or your backstory or whatever. It's fine.
I'd like to try to.
So who
ask-
all is going with you to try to find this magic
Yeah,
shop?
I don't. At least ask for your.
I figure we probably were out doing our things. He was wandering around and we just ran into each other.
Sure. Yeah, you guys didn't really make plans to meet back up, so I will let you either roll individually or one of you can roll with advantage.
It's not even worth it. It's not even worth me rolling.
I'll roll with advantage.
I have a -1 to my perception.
And you're a criminal?
I think it's really funny.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a
You're the most non-efficient criminal in the world.
I'm gonna take
How did you steal this lamp from someone?
It's because it's shiny.
Were they dead? Did you take it out of a graveyard?
I just thought he was really tired.
How'd you do?
22.
22. You do not see a magic shop, but you do see what looks to be like a stand out in like the town square of, it looks like an oddities store, an oddities shop. Seems to sell some stuff like crystal balls and tarot cards. They have a couple little odd and trinkets. You think that this might be the best shot you have at someone maybe possibly possessing the identify spell.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna roll to see if they have it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say yes. The cost for that is gonna be it's gonna be 1 gold for a common item, 5 gold for a rare item, and 100 gold for like more than a rare.
Okay.
I don't know what the rarity of these items are.
Yeah, we don't know.
You got that one. They're each gonna be 1 gold.
1 gold.
One
Okay.
gold.
Okay, cool. I'll cover it. Don't worry.
So the amulet of health. The one is an amulet of health.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
That's cool. Amulet of health. And then I had that chime, creepy chime thing. I don't want
Okay, so
Does
the
anything.
weird Blair Witch chime
Yeah.
is a chime of the dead. It is a homebrewed item. It does not exist. It's not in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Chime of the dead. During certain times of the year, you are able to open up basically communications with spirits from beyond. More specifically, at certain times of the day. Anytime after midnight. Think of this as like a really weird Ouija board. But the things will actually be able to physically speak to you. The limitations are that you either have to be near where their body is, like maybe their remains, or where, like if their spirit was killed, if you know that there might be a ghost potentially there, like where someone died. Or you could just try to randomly talk to a spirit that is nearby.
So it's like similar to the Speak with Undead spell.
It's
but-
sort of like speak to
dead.
speak to dead, but it's not
But-
just questions. You could
Yeah.
just you can ask them stuff, and maybe they'll commune back. This is more of a role play item instead of being like a game breaking thing. But sometimes a ghost could actually be around and might have information because they've been
Cool.
there a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, anytime after midnight, you can attempt to try to commune with a spirit that's nearby, basically.
What was it called?
And if you know that someone has died there, there's a potential that their ghost or their spirit could still be there. You could try to talk to
Well,
that
chime
if you're trying to talk to a specific spirit.
Chime of the Undead? Was it?
Yeah, Chime of the Undead. And that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a creepy Blair Witch mobile.
Nice. Cool.
Okay.
While we're there, since they've got that sort of thing, can I check and see if they have? It's probably out of our reach, gold wise. If they have something that could cast, identify, maybe like a ring or a necklace or something that we could use it to cast.
Like repeatedly?
Yeah, I figured it'd have charges or maybe once per day or something.
You would be able to get,
I know we
you
get
could probably buy
scrolls.
scrolls of
There's a scroll,
Identify,
yeah.
but a thing that would let you actually cast Identify,
Probably not.
not here, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I know eventually Fig will be able to, but it's going to be a little bit.
Wow,
Much
no
like
no
Detective
wizards this time. How's it feel, guys?
I could
feels
use
bad,
I
huh?
could use Eldritch Invocation. Give me a feat.
We're not gonna die
instead
by
of those.
fireball.
I was
Didn't
looking for
ask how big
something.
the room was.
Do they have? There's a common magic item. It's something called a Dark Shard Amulet. It basically just lets me. Once per day, I can try to cast any warlock cantrip.
Any warlock cantrip or just
Any
ones
warlock
you know?
cantrip that's on the warlock list that I don't already have. It's but it's only once per day, and it's an attunement item.
It's
it's
called
a-
what?
Dark Shard Amulet.
This is a real thing?
Yes.
Dark
There's
shard.
I
a
was-
wizard version too, I think.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ones. Yeah. It's only attuned. Yeah, it's common. Not
And it's a common item?
Yeah, it's common.
Is it in the new book?
I don't
Not
think
yet.
so. No,
Probably
because those
not.
are in the DMG. The new magic items are in DMG. Except for
Since Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
makes sense.
Roll a percentile dice.
20.
You got a 20?
Mm-hmm.
Not in this town.
Got it.
Dark Shard Amulet. Interesting. That might be something that I could potentially throw on someone's random loot table. Could be a cool item.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to accomplish?
I don't think so.
That's about it.
Okay.
Did
The rest of the day is pretty uneventful. You guys sober completely all the way up. You get a little bit more rest in case you burned any spell slots. I don't think you guys did. You guys are now going to get the benefit of another long rest.
Woohoo.
You guys are no longer hungover or drunk, or
Yay.
you guys are all kind of back to normal.
Well, Frog Jesus worked. It was just a little bit delayed.
It's just delayed. You gotta give it a minute.
Yeah, I think next time I'm gonna look for Frog
Now,
Release.
are you guys staying in separate rooms?
No.
No. You guys are all in like one big room.
Well, I think me and KFC are together.
Okay.
I feel like since we've traveled a lot, we always share a room.
And you guys are like kind of bunked up.
I think so, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Okay.
I think Gold had
And
his own room.
Gulk sleeps in the outside window of somebody's room on the first floor,
Yeah, he sleeps outside.
right under the window.
Seems like a goal thing.
Yeah.
So you, early the next morning, there's a knock on your door first.
Mm-hmm. Frog Jesus? Is that you?
No, it's Pudge.
Pudge? Pudge who?
How many Pudges do you know? It's Pudge Fudge.
I just wanted to hear you say it. What's up, man?
Open up the door.
I'm naked. I just got out the shower. Hang on, let me put my bandana on.
What the hell's a
You got out
shower?
of the shower. You got indoor plumbing.
Just got out of the puddle.
Just got out of the puddle.
All right, I open up the door.
You see him there, and he's like in his little squire's tabard, and he kind of he goes, "I'm on official business." And he kind of gives you a little bow. Ornthum Frulum, my master and trainer, wishes your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you accept?
When?
At your earliest convenience, but sooner than later would be better.
Where at?
Oh, I will lead you.
Okay. So if we say we're not gonna be ready for like 6-7 hours, you're just gonna stand here and wait?
Maybe we could be in a earlier convenience than that.
I was just asking. I was
I was
testing your
instructed to
commitment.
wait and bring you there, so yes, I would have to.
Don't worry, Pudge. We'll accept it like you'll accept a sweet roll.
You guys just like put up with this guy like all the time? Really?
Do what?
You guys just like put up with this guy like all the time?
Yeah, I mean, well, not like your tone's any better, Pudge.
Why do you smell like piss?
I have bathed since.
It smells like piss in here. Just
Yeah, it does. It's like great outdoors in here.
does that
Smells like
look-
home.
I don't want to go
Pudge,
outside.
you still got some food on your jerkins there.
Was that a Twinkie?
My name's Pudge. I'm not fat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm a little fat. Shut up. My mom says I'm gonna get taller.
Yeah. Let me guess. You're big boned. That's what my mom.
That's not.
used
She said I was under tall.
to- under tall, but not under wide. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, they always told me I get taller too, and look at me now.
Okay. Are you guys coming or not?
Yes, we told you
thank
we
you.
were.
Just the
Thank
two
you.
of us?
I'll
or
wait
all-
here. I'm gonna go get your other friends.
Oh, all 5 of us. Okay.
So he goes over and he
I
knocks
told you I still smell like piss.
I don't
thought
think
I
you
got
do.
it
It
out.
smells good.
He goes over and he knocks on your guys' door.
Hello?
Hello.
He opens the door. There you go.
Oh, look, someone with manners.
Do I know you?
He kind of looks a bit peculiar. It's Pudge.
Do we know Pudge?
The Squire?
Pudge Fut. You guys suck. You guys just want me to say my name.
How close are we to their door now?
You guys were like 10 feet down.
Yeah, the door's open. What was his name again?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Pudgy Fudgy?
You know
Got
what?
it.
You guys suck. All of you guys, you suck.
Was it Little Debbie?
I can't believe that.
Fat
Anyway,
Deborah.
my master and trainer and potential future Lord and Sire, he requests your presence at your earliest convenience. Please don't make me wait out here for 6 hours.
Well, that sounds boring.
And please stop making me say my name.
Okay, I'm ready.
My mom tells me I was adopted too. You guys want to talk about that for a while?
Well, you talked to Gulk about that. He know about it.
The orc guy?
Mm-hmm.
He was adopted too?
Yeah,
Probably.
Probably. Oh, okay. I wasn't. My dad let me know that I do not look like the mailman.
What's a mailman?
He's the guy that brings you post and stuff.
Post.
Like letters and packages.
What?
Yeah. You guys don't have that out in the swamp?
In Bayou? No, we don't.
Oh, it's great. You guys should get that. It's pretty cool.
So if you were to send me something, would you address it as from yourself?
I'll be outside waiting on you guys. And you see him, he's like, his face is a little bit red, and you can tell he's a little bit pissed off. And he just kind of storms
Like
around
his
and walks
little
out.
cheeks are like, yeah.
He goes outside, and he's like, he sees Gold kind of sleeping underneath the window. And he pulls a stick from, like, that fell off of a tree, and he's like, he doesn't want to get too close, he's poking you. Like in the chest, like with a stick. Not hard, just, like, trying to get your attention.
I'll wake up, but like tears in my eyes. Yeah, but kind of like when you wake up your mom. She gives that.
Where's your sister? She's fine, Mom. It's fine.
Where's the detonators?
Okay. So he kind of takes a step back, like, oh, I'm sorry, Sir Gulk. I wasn't trying to frighten you. I just wanted to let you know that my sire and my lord, potential trainer one day, the great Frulum, Sir Frulum, he requests your audience with you and your friends at your earliest convenience. Thank you.
Okay. Finally get to pay up that favor.
You like immediately like hop up. All right. Oh my God, you're the first one that didn't give me any grief.
I'm not fudging around.
I want to say our window's above, and I'm going to holler out there, hey, Gulk, did old Pudgy get you yet? Oh, never mind, I see him. He ain't hard to miss, and I go back in to get ready.
And I put
He's just like shaking his head.
Poor
He's
kid.
so pissed.
And I put my glove on, my gauntlet on, and I'm ready to go. Yeah, I sleep with my hand. I want it to air out at night. So.
Yeah, you don't want it to get smelly.
Yeah.
So you guys take however much time you need. He waits by the entrance to the
Roughly
tavern.
6 hours.
6 hours later.
Sorry, I had to take a job.
All right, Mr. Fudgy. Let's rock.
Great. You guys are all good? Fine. Can't
Oh,
believe you guys
I
are-
forgot something back in the room. I'm just
He's
kidding.
gonna lead us into a dark alley.
I was going to lead you to my Lord and Savior, but now I'm going to lead you to your personal Lords and Saviors.
Fireball.
From Jesus.
We just hear him mumbling the whole way.
He does. He's just under his breath. I have to deal with this respect. Mom's like, oh, our name's Fudge. Let's name you Pudge. And it also doesn't help that I am fat. This is great. Mom hates me. It's fine.
You could lay off the biscuits.
You know what? When she gets old, she's not even going in a home. I want to go home and I'm just going to hold a pillow over her face one night. See how funny it is then, Mom?
Did we hear him saying this? That don't sound very knightly.
Yeah, man. That's messed up.
You've heard of Dark Knights, right?
Breakers.
Dark Knight? You think you're going to be a Dark Knight?
Listen, I'm edgelording over here. Leave me alone.
You're what? Edgelord.
Edgelording over here.
What's an edgelord?
You guys are basically forming my villain arc right now.
Oh, I thought you meant like a
Campaign goes on for 10 years. This guy shows up later as the main villain of the campaign the whole time. You guys developed this. This is your fault.
It's a big bad in the next campaign.
No, he's gonna be the big bad in this one.
I just noticed that he's going through a rough patch, and I'll pick him up and just hug him, because I know he can't get away from me.
Yeah, he's kind of like, what are you doing? He's kind of kicking.
I'll kind of like
That's what it
that.
sounds like.
Man, what a great sound effect.
Sounds exactly like that.
So I will, in like my tattered clothes and like very wilderness look, I'll kind of just put Pudge. I'll just like go like this and like sit him in there like he's like a baby. So it's just like this.
I can't show you where you're going. I need to
You can point.
turn
to
left. This way. He just kind of stops fighting after a while.
I got a Rufus.
Yeah, you do.
Froome Squire shows you to a private space off of a different tavern's common room. It's a tavern that's a little bit closer towards the edge of town, towards the farthest point of entry of the town. It's kind of a darker, not really a shady area, but it's a little bit more reclusive. There's not as many businesses in this part of town. It's more looks like warehouse storage potentially, or there are a couple of residents here, but you don't see a lot of foot traffic. You don't hear a lot of merchants. Most of the stuff's up towards the front of the city. As he shows you in, he kind of closes the door and kind of leaves you guys there. Inside this particular room, you see that Frulum's here, and there are many pitchers of dark red wine. The paladin himself, his face is in a very serious expression, more serious than you guys have seen him. There were bits and moments when Anthar, that's his name, in case you guys were wondering, because I think Frulum sounds not much better.
Is it Froome or Frulum?
Frulum.
Like F-R-U-L-E-M?
I'm sorry, Froome.
Froome.
Froome. I don't know why I keep
Somewhere
calling him
else.
Frulum.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there a Frulum somewhere else?
Yes.
I think it
Was-
was a campaign.
No, I think it's in this one.
It was the
Yeah, I'm
purple
almost
lady.
positive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Purple
yeah,
lady.
It
you're
is.
right.
Because they want to name everything like the same
Yeah, they do.
syllables that never go together in any other
Just wait for
language
Flume to
spoken on
show up.
Earth. Anyway, so Anthar Froome is the paladin. He's sitting there, kind of very serious. You guys have had some conversations with him, and every now and then the discussions might lean towards what might be happening or what's going on, and you'd see him kind of get this same serious expression, but then he would immediately change the subject and go into talking about, his old glory days and asking about more stuff about you guys as individuals. You also see your friend Leeson, the monk that you rescued from the raiders' encampment. They both seem a little bit tense. Not at your presence, just at whatever they were discussing before you entered. My friends, we have important business to discuss. After I've gotten to know some of you over the last little bit, I feel pretty confident in asking for your help to further along our cause. At this point, you know almost as much about everything that's going on as we do. And thanks to you, we know about twice as much today as we did a week ago. Something rotten is afoot in Faerun. We have no formal organization to oppose these miscreants. Not yet, anyway. We're working on getting an organization for such a thing. And we're gonna need people like all of you to help in that cause. We need people who know how to fight. Not just how, but when. And can also keep their heads down. Not draw too much attention to themselves. You all seem very able in this task. You've already undergone so much to get to this point, infiltrating this camp, not once, but twice, and not getting caught, and obtaining information. Not an easy feat. Can't promise you much of anything, other than long days filled with danger and stress. But you would be helping work for a very noble cause. Saving the world, we think. What say you? Are you interested?
So it'd be like the Frog Vengers.
Yes, we found our teammate.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go pour me a glass of wine, sit down.
So the Justice League and the
So,
Frog Vengers.
have you, as the bigger city's been notified, you know, like Waterdeep and Mithril Hall and, you know, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, have we notified them of the situation? Maybe send out pigeons or whatnot?
We have been making contacts. We're trying to form some sort of an organization to head this rising problem off before it becomes a major problem. We're not sure exactly the stretch and influence that they have. What we know for certain is that it is the Cult of the Dragons. What we know about the Cult of the Dragons is much different than their most recent escapades. They're not really known for invading cities and taking riches from people, or really bothering much of anyone outside of their own personal goals. Up till this point, what we do know about the cult is they've taken much more interest in dead dragons than live ones. Much of what the Cult of the Dragons have done before has all been for the purpose of creating Dracoliches. For those who don't know what a Dracolich is, it's basically a dragon lich.
What's a lich?
A lich is a very powerful undead entity. It's basically a wizard who lives forever and can't be killed and has all sorts of power. Imagine that, but in a dragon.
Oh.
So they oftentimes will find these dragons, either raise them from the time that they are eggs until the time that they are full grown, for the sole purpose of turning them into a Dracolich. Almost every Dracolich that has ever been created in Faerun has come from this cult.
How many have been created by this cult?
We don't have exact numbers, because there is such rivalry between dragons and Dracoliches and other dragons. We think that there could have been many, hundreds even, but maybe adventurers went wandering about, or that dragon went on and continued its own quest for power and lust beyond the grave. A dragon is not one exactly to be controlled. You all know this. Any of you who have ever had any dealings with dragons, they lust for power. They lust for gold. They lust for things.
So what about the living dragons? What's their take on these Dracoliches?
Most dragons have the same sort of view on the undead as most living things. It's not really a goal of theirs. But much like any human who gets this grand scheme of ambition and power forever, greed is a very powerful motivator. And if a dragon realizes that it could keep all that it possesses forever, including its knowledge, that is a pretty enticing offer. Dragons have the grave to contend with just like any other living thing. And it's scary, even for something so powerful. It is the one great equalizer in the land. All living creatures one day will die, either before their time or when their time is up, and all cultures show this. Dragons do not seem to fear it as much while they are alive, but how many adventurers have come in and slayed their young? Even dragons who are pure of heart, who had no evil or malicious intents. Being a dragon is dangerous. You're not well liked. Even the ones who are on our side. The chromatic dragons, more than any, are what most of the stories are written about, of the ones who have gone and slain dragons and hoarded their vaults for treasure. As adventurers yourself, you can see how enticing this might be. What kinds of treasures would we find? They do not give up their treasures and their power, or whatever it is that they possess. Some possess information, some possess things. But all dragons hoard something.
What are you going to ask of us? What do you need us to do?
Presently, we need more information. And not just information, we need observation. This is going to require a lot of travel, a long journey. With the map that you provided us, we know where they're heading. We know where they probably are going to head once they reach this certain fork in the road. All of these things that they have taken, based off of the map that you have given us, says that they are going to be heading north, far north. We're not sure exactly where they are taking these things, and we need to know. Because wherever this place is where they're planning on doing whatever it is that they're planning on doing.
You said north of here?
Not north of here.
Huh?
They will be following the road until they hit the main fork. They will be heading north towards Baldur's Gate. I do not believe that that is their final destination, but they almost assuredly would be stopping there at some point.
You think they're heading towards Baldur's Gate?
I am almost positive. It is the largest city along the way. I also don't think that they probably will be masquerading around in culty robes with a large following of people. They will probably be trying to blend in. They may look like merchants. They may even try to blend in with other caravans. It's not uncommon for caravans to meet up in cities who might be heading to similar or partial destinations. Caravans often are not all one group of people. They could be families who are just trying to move to a new place, and the caravan could offer them more protection.
Well, these folks act like they were pretty proud to be of the dragon cult.
They probably are.
Some of them seem like they might be the type that don't want to mask that. They're kind of proud of that.
That is a possibility. I just don't believe so.
Okay.
They've taken all of this treasure, right? They have basically been like, we are taking all of these things. We have all these things. Now we got to move it. If they are potentially recognized, it could cause a problem or a hitch in their plans. They do not have an army per se. All of those marauders and raiders that were with them are not members of the cult. At least not that we know of. You said many of them were still in the camp. They left a lot of them behind. And the information that you gathered said that some of them just went on about their way. We just need to know where that stuff is going. What is the final destination? The easiest way for that to happen would be for you to get ahead of the caravan and try to get to Baldur's Gate before they do. If you can get to Baldur's Gate, you might be able to find passage on the caravan, either in their particular caravan or on another caravan going their way. If it is a job that you wish to undertake, I could probably arrange for this to happen. I have friends in Baldur's Gate. And we can supply you with a ship. You can take the one river to head straight up. You will be there in about 3 days' travel. It will take them at least 15 days to get there on foot.
I understand you said this is a quicker trip by river and the importance of this. And I know you had to get to know us, but I feel like we've already wasted 2 days if this is such an important task.
It is, but it was necessary. We had to get the feelers out. I had to make sure that you were all trustworthy. You seem as though you are good individuals. You will be saving a lot of time by taking river. Traveling by foot, you would never be able to catch them. They already had a day's head start on you, and you've lost 3 days now by being here.
Well, I say we get on there as soon as possible.
So you are on board.
I was on board the minute I stepped into this town.
I got nothing better to do.
I made a promise.
Otis is like he likes to spread his medicine, so I mean, I'm sure he's on board. I kind of kick him in the shin a little bit, like, you're on board, aren't you, Otis?
Ow. Yeah, sure. Man, I gotta go to Baldur's Gate anyways.
Yeah, you owe me a new outfit.
What happened?
You smell like piss.
Oh yeah, let me fix that. He cast prestidigitation on you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was starting to
Pissed it
smell.
off?
You have moved up in my.
You're still behind me.
It's funny because there's been so many instances where prestidigitation could have been helpful, and Fig just hasn't used it until it's benefited him.
I really wanted to rub his nose in it, but it's around the crotch area. It looked kind of weird, me shoving a damn frog in my nether regions. So yeah, I speak for the group. Money's no matter to us.
Oh, you will be paid.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we got that 175 from doing the other thing for me, right?
Yeah, you guys already got that.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it, you should have wrote it down.
Oh, I did not write it down.
Did we?
I don't remember.
Don't think anybody wrote it down. I'm pretty
So
sure.
Leeson,
No, I don't think because you
he,
said we were
he
holding
holds
off
out
until-
like
Yeah.
he
So.
holds out. It's a ruby like the size of his fist. This will be waiting for you in the city. Should you succeed in your mission and get the information, this would be your reward. You're looking at this is worth about 1,200 gold pieces.
So, do you have any connections in the city of Baldur's Gate? Like, we've been through there, but just, shopping wares around, getting rid of my father's wares. We really didn't spend much time in there to make friends or acquaintances. And
In
do you-
Baldur's Gate,
Yes.
we have friends in Baldur's Gate.
I mean, I know some people there, too.
Leeson is now.
Oh, do ya?
Leeson's actually talking now. There are a couple of organizations that we both are members of, different organizations, which is why we're trying to get our two sides to work together to potentially help with this. That's right. My friend over here, he works for an organization known as the Harpers. Perhaps you have heard of them, maybe not. They are usually pretty easy to spot. They don't necessarily try to hide who they are, but they don't make a big announcement about it either. I come from a guild known as the Order of the Gauntlet. We oftentimes will offer our agents and help in causes that we find to be most noble and good.
What was it?
The one
Order
is
of
called
the
the
Gauntlet.
Harpers, and the other one is called the Order of the Gauntlet. In the meantime, while you are undertaking this task, we will continue to try to find more allies in our cause. We will probably have more information once you get past Baldur's Gate. Your reward will be waiting for you in Waterdeep. Should you choose to take the mission. Obviously, at any point, if this does not seem to be the place that you want to go, or the task that you want to undertake, I can't hold you to it. You're not contractually obligated. There would be no harm, no foul. You can just go about your way. But if this is something that you wish to do, you just got to find out where this shipment is going. Where are they taking it? Any information that you can find. We're still a little bit in the dark on a lot of things.
Should we try to stop the shipment?
No,
Will you?
not at the present time.
Okay.
It could be potentially dangerous. We are not entirely sure who is even a member of their caravan. They also could have other allies that we're not aware of. You could make very powerful enemies. And until we get a few more friends on our side, I think it's best that we just observe and obtain information right now. Obviously, do what you can to earn their trust if you need to.
Well, when do we set sail? I mean, if you're all ready, do you guys need any more time? Supplies or... while we're waiting for ship, I guess... I guess I can wait till we get to Baldur's Gate. I feel like Crispin's coming into himself and figuring out, okay, maybe I can start putting some of these spells pen to paper.
Okay.
So...
You can pick up some supplies and start working on that during the trip.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe put a couple healing spells on there to divvy out to the group.
I'll be doing the same with the potions.
Since you are all basically hired contractors, I will provide you with a little bit of money to cover some expenses. And he hands a pouch that contains 150 gold pieces. Basically 50 gold piece.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 250 gold pieces. I'm bad at math. It's 50 gold piece. You can use this for any potential travel expenses or supplies that you need. I will also make sure that you have an updated look to your equipment. Nothing extravagant, just your clothes may draw recognized attention to you. So
everybody's looking for the cleric with the piss stain all over him. I got it.
you've already been in this camp twice. I just wouldn't want you to be easily recognized. Just get some new clothes.
All of us are rather unique.
Yeah, I'm a frog man. I don't think any of my clothes is really gonna help me out.
You can do a lot with a cloak.
I mean, I got one, but
Maybe a different color.
sure, that'll do it.
It's a 50 gold apiece.
So if we find out a bunch of information, should we just send you another paper bird, let you know what's going on, or do we have a contact in the Baldur's Gate that we ought to be our person we tell what's going on?
The information that you're trying to get, there's going to be contacts within Baldur's Gate. You guys will have options for how you want to get on the caravan. That's going to be kind of up to you. The way that they presented it was that you can either have him set up something to where you can get aboard one of their merchants to join a caravan potentially with them, because they know that they're going there and they know about how long it's going to take them to get there. They also kind of know what to look for a little bit. It's going to look like people that they're not used to seeing. Or you can try to directly get involved with the cult and maybe be hired on as a guard or something. That point will be up to you. Any way that you can figure out how to get to be a part of this caravan traveling north, that's what you need to do. That's your main objective. As far as the information, you need to try to see if there's any clues or information that you can get while you're in there, whether you're hearing about it or not. And then as soon as you have that information, you will probably head to another big city to drop off the information. Most likely Waterdeep. They're hoping that you find the information before you guys reach Waterdeep.
So how do we know if someone is working for y'all? Is there like a code word? Like
The Order of the Gauntlet will not typically hide who they are. The Harpers a lot of times can be identified by their little tiny silver pins that look like a harp.
if we did have like a code phrase, could it be Pudge Fudge? No spaces?
And his squire outside the door, he's like, I hate you guys! He chuckles. Sure, whatever you want.
All right, Pudge Fudge it is.
Fudge, fudge.
I think we have to keep in mind that one lady that looked kind of important knows who we are, or at least
Lady
would be able to
Frulam
recognize
knows our
us.
faces.
Yeah.
So
She
we have to
knows
be
all of
careful.
us?
Well, I mean, yeah.
We
You
were
weren't
in
here
her
for that.
Oh, that's
cave.
right.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
Crispin was there, but you weren't.
I was there
Mhm.
in spirit.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody else would recognize us. At least. I
Well,
don't think
Mustache
so.
and Chuckles would if they was there.
True, but
I mean,
weren't
they
they
like-
at the camp though?
yeah, they like
when we
me.
left?
Who knows? They could have been going up.
Do you think she would make herself noticeable in Baldur's Gate too? She seems like she would stick out as much as we would.
Well, we'd probably recognize her, but I doubt she'd be wearing those purple robes.
Oh, she might. Who knows?
I'm not sure. If she's clever enough to be a leader like that, I'd assume she's clever enough to not announce who she is.
I'm sure she could hide herself in the city within the. There's plenty of places to hide.
Well, before we set sail, maybe we buy a new fancy cloak. And, I mean, I could probably use some healing potions as well. And some iron to make some more bullets.
I guess we'll go shopping.
Okay.
Let's go.
You've been waiting.
The mall today.
All right. We're not going to do a full-fledged shopping episode, because
I have-
sometimes that's boring.
I have one special request.
Okay.
Am I allowed to go shopping by myself?
Sure.
What are you gonna do with 13 gold or whatever?
You worry
Well,
about
he just
yourself.
got like.
I am
simple-
going
He
to.
had- he
It's
got
very
8, he had
specific.
3, his
Are you ready? I'm going shopping by myself. I have almost long dreadlocks. I'm cutting all my hair off. Shaving. And I'm gonna look like a fancy person. like full blown like tux, like very fancy clothes.
Okay.
I'm gonna think that's how I'm gonna be inconspicuous.
Sure.
That's my request. However much it costs. Put it on my tab.
I'm not sure. I'll divvy that up.
Yes.
You want like a full on top hat or?
Yeah, like I
Sure.
want to, and like a cane.
Okay.
Can you use it with the gauntlet hand?
Like I can't wait till you guys show up in like some raggedy ass clothes, and I'm just like,
Top of the morning to you. Otis would like to buy a cloak and some Clark Kent glasses to hide his identity, and then like 2 healing potions, regular ones.
Okay. Healing potions are 50 gold.
So that'd be 100. And then how much for the cloak and glasses?
Cloak and glasses are covered by expenses.
Cool.
monocle.
I'm not changing anything
Okay.
because it's really hard to change. You know, I've got
Piss.
white hair, white facial hair, and I feel like I'm not changing anything.
Okay.
But I will go get stuff to work on scrolls. What do I need to buy for that?
To craft scrolls, you would need. I'm in the wrong book. I'll never find it in there.
Tyranny of Dragon.
I'm looking at the Tyranny. Where's all the crafting rules? I don't understand.
Yeah, I know there's a little nice
I'll
little
give you
chart in
10.
there for the scrolls. I don't exactly know where, but
And is there anywhere to find like an upgraded weapon, like a mace or something like that?
Yeah. Not
Like-
like a magic one, but you can definitely get a normal one.
Not
You can get about into a basic weapon you'd like.
I've already got a basic mace.
I
didn't
might
know
be able to find one in Baldur's Gate.
I did. Yeah, we'll go to ball.
Okay, so let's see. You're wanting to make spell scrolls. Um.
Should be a craft.
So you gotta have the stuff. Any special materials that I might need. So if your spell requires any special components.
I don't think it showed anything on there on the.
Yeah, it'll show it on the
It's
spell
gonna be
if
a
it does.
bar.
Yeah, it just showed.
It'll say under
I'll get
materials,
Baldur's
like if you
Gate pop
like for
shop.
Rubik's is the best example. It'll say like 300 gold
I don't
gem.
want to go to Polish.
Yeah,
or diamond.
I didn't see that underneath like cure wounds or
Yeah,
something.
no, cure wounds is not.
Cure
No.
Wounds probably has some pretty.
I'm just gonna
It's
do
just
like
basic,
cure wounds
yeah.
right now, just something
Okay.
basic, so everybody can have it on themselves.
So the materials that you would need to cast a first level spell is it says 25 gold.
For a first level?
That's what it says.
Nice.
So I just
25 gold.
per scroll that I want to do,
And it takes a day each.
and it takes a day each.
For first level spells, yeah.
So I will buy
That's
enough.
like paper and ink and
Yeah. I will spend 3 days with $150, 150 gold.
150 gold.
All
Okay.
right,
So you're able to craft.
3.
You want 3 first level spells?
Mm-hmm.
That's only 75.
Yeah, it's only 75.
I thought you said.
It's 25
25.
gold per spell.
I thought you said 50.
Nope, my bad.
Now, I actually
Why does
don't
Robin
know this.
Sparkles have to
Could
be
you
copyrighted?
put
We
an
should be playing that
upcasted
right now.
version
Yeah,
of a
we could
spell
play around
on a
with
spell
daggers.
scroll? Like
Yes.
a second level
Would be like
cure
the
wounds?
warlock. When she turns dark side.
No.
No, I wasn't sure.
Well, there aren't
Robin
really
daggers.
rules
Uh-huh.
for it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't think there were rules. So.
I would say probably. I don't see why not.
Okay, that's fair.
It would increase the cost of the
Uh-huh.
spell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it would go from being like if it's a first level spell you're trying to put on a second level scroll, I would
Mhm.
say that it would just cost whatever second
Whatever
level
the second
costs.
level is. That's interesting.
That seems reasonable. to me.
I was just curious.
All right, so
I'm not proficient in Arcana.
scroll level
so I
1.
can't read that.
Okay, so you bought enough paper, and you also can craft ink if you would want
True.
to, but that also takes time. Or you can just buy the ink that you would need.
I think I might already have some on me.
I do.
No, I don't think that the ink is necessarily expensive.
I do also want to buy some iron so I can craft bullets.
I do have ink. I have ink,
Oh, well.
pen,
Ink is
and parchment.
ink is 10 gold pieces,
cross.
but 1 bottle ounce is enough to write about 500 pages.
All right, yeah, I've already got that stuff right now.
So you can write quite a lot of stuff with ink, but
All right.
eventually it'll run out.
Okay, it says bullets.
All right, we're good.
I actually have the cost.
Like I
for
said, I'm not
bullets.
changing anything. He already did. He cleaned my outfit up. So
Bullets are super cheap.
Sweet. I buy enough to last me the whole campaign.
You're able to buy enough materials.
Keep in mind, you can.
Well, because you can craft
do
bullets,
anything
right?
in your
Yeah,
preparedness,
I feel
but you
like
don't have prepared right now 'cause
Otis would
like,
want
it
to
doesn't
craft his
fit
own
the
because he
ship.
has this
You can
little
prepare,
the
like,
little moonshine thing he
I don't know,
does.
whatever
That's
spell you don't have
different.
prepared, like, I don't know if quite to detect magic. Or
So does you have a kit or a
Put it on
toolkit that
there.
lets you do that?
I have a
the whole spell list is kind of neat.
I have the Smith's tools.
where do you go to that?
Smith's tools.
So your spells, and then manage spells, and when you go to add spell,
Hell yeah.
So Smith's tool. Do you have proficiency with the Smith's tools?
I do.
Okay, so you're able to craft any basic melee weapon except for clubs, great clubs, quarterstaffs, and whips.
anything on this list.
You can craft medium
You just do
armor,
what?
anything that's not
You can
hide.
do any of these.
Just
can
craft
prepare
heavy
them?
armor.
You
You
don't
can
have
make
to have
ball
it prepared,
bearings,
as long as, like,
buckets,
it's
caltrops,
Okay.
chains,
Ship, for example.
crowbars,
switch 'em on.
firearm
Like,
bullets,
you don't
grappling
have
hook,
things
iron
like
pot,
these.
iron spikes, and
Yeah,
sling
dude.
bullets.
Like, you don't have
So to buy
Yes,
10
I've got
shots,
it as a,
basic bullets would cost
it's part of
normally.
my,
always prepared.
yeah.
Or like, I don't know.
I think it's 3 gold pieces for 10 shots. So
You would
for the
need
materials for you, it
Okay.
would cost you to make 10. You could make 20 shots for the same cost.
Okay. I'm gonna buy enough to make like I don't know 100 shots.
All right, so if it's 3 for 10, it would normally be 300, right? That's what that would cost. No, it would be
Oh,
30.
okay. Sounds
30
good.
gold.
Kind of like an extra spell.
Okay.
But it's not going to cost you 30 because you're making them yourself. You're making the bullets, so it costs half that. So it costs
15.
you 15 gold.
Okay. And then I saw I could make a grappling hook. I'm
Yep.
gonna do that too.
Okay, grappling hook. Let's see if it has any actual benefits.
Why not? Spider frog. Spider frog.
You craft arrows.
A grappling
let me
hook.
see.
So you can use a utilize action to throw a grappling hook at a railing, a ledge, or another catch within 50 feet of yourself and hook. And if it
No.
catches,
They're cheap. They're just
so yeah, basically just be a dex check with a grappling hook.
Wow.
So yes, it has a function. You can make a grappling hook.
That's awesome.
All right. I am gonna buy enough supplies to also make a grappling hook on our tour.
All right, so the normal grappling hook would cost you 2 gold to buy. You're with the supplies yourself, it's 1 gold,
All right. So 16 gold total.
and it's going to take you like 8 hours to put this
We're
together.
never going through the front door, kid. We'd be fucking grapple hooking like for Batman and Robin. Like,
I'm letting you guys do it. And then they gave me what all the tools and stuff do now. We're going to use them.
I think.
should my fancy outfit.
Before, a lot of times it was like we were just guessing what this stuff did,
Yeah, it's not. It's
and like
really
making like
nice.
really educated
It's
guesses.
really nice.
And
to
obviously,
know.
you can still do that if you feel like a thing should do a thing, and it doesn't say it specifically in the book, and go, yeah, that should probably work that way. You can still do that.
My rogue in a different game was trying to figure out how to do a grappling hook.
Fair, fair. Could I just buy another bundle of arrows while we're here, just to have some?
Arrows are it's 1 gold piece for 20 arrows.
Got it.
Anyone else have any like slings or anything they need to buy ammo for?
I guess I'll get some ink and paper in case I want to try to make a map. I guess I can't.
Is that what you need to make a?
I'm assuming. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, so crafting a map. So a map costs about 1 gold piece. So the supplies to buy it would cost you about 50 silver. It doesn't say specifically what it is that you need.
Okay.
You're just buying the raw materials to make a map.
Just to keep things even, I'll buy 1 gold worth
So you're able to draw 2 maps.
and maps, or if we need ink and paper for some other.
He just bought a shitload of paper and ink.
Yeah, he's got set for that
I'm gonna
because of
write
the
love
spell
letters.
scrolls.
to each other.
But yeah, you can also just have like some ink. You can just buy a bottle of ink, I would say.
Okay.
Okay. Any other like weird things, personal supplies that people want to buy?
Yes, I'm buying just so because I know everybody's looking at me with the chicken, but I'm going to put the Colonel inconspicuous. I'm going to buy him a little bolo to put on around his neck. I'll be like, nobody will know the difference. Nobody will know the difference. Now he has a little black bolo around his
Give me
neck.
some, like some the things that go on your feet, like tuxedos on the top of tuxedo
Yeah.
shoes.
Oh yeah, those. I know what you mean.
What the fuck are they called? I wanted to call them chaps for a second, but that's
Like
not.
little shoe covers. Sort
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. It starts with a C, I think.
Booties?
No.
That starts with a B.
I don't know.
Anyway, you should get some like little fancy shoes.
I'll buy Rufus a bow tie.
Okay.
Disguise.
No
We're
one will
going
ever
with
recognize
neckwear.
you.
Oh, I forgot to say I'm gonna get a cloak too.
Sure.
Just a plain
The,
brown cloak.
the clothing would be covered in your guys' expenses. So any like normal clothes you guys would want, you guys don't have to pay for that stuff. It'd just be covered. Your stuff is not normal. You go on for like a full like long-tailed, almost like it's like this like crushed velvet type suit. It's the type of thing that people would probably wear to prom 30 or 40 years ago. But you think that you look
Dumber and Dumber outfit.
you look nice. What color do you want this thing to be?
Oh, it's fucking orange.
Orange.
Yep.
Like burnt orange
I'm going
or
with
neon
the
orange?
I'm going with like the Dumber and Dumber. The.
So you come out like Deputy Doofus. Every campaign, guys. Every campaign. So you come out with you get your gauntlet kind of
Bedazzled.
sure bedazzled.
Yes, thank you.
It's coming out at first. It kind of looks like the Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems on it, but then like it's got like glitter and sparks, and you're not exactly sure what they did. You took it into some person who said they were like a jewelry crafter, and you said make it look really nice, and you didn't know that she was not actually a jewelry crafter. It was just some kid
It was a third grader, yeah.
who's like working on arts and crafts projects, and so it's bedazzled to hell and back. It's shiny. Every time you turn your hand, it's just like sparkling.
We gotta suit up.
And yeah, you get on the full like the bow tie, and you got these long coat tails.
Oh,
you got
hair
the top
slick
hat.
back. Hair slick back.
You cut your hair to a different shade.
Yeah, it's got a mid part
Okay.
and like a little bit of curls. Used to have like real long hair that went down to my, but yeah, it's fancy. It's
Okay.
greased up and everything.
Super fancy.
Yeah,
You look nice.
I found some oil on the street.
Okay. So you come out with like the top hat and this orange tuxedo. So he meets back up with you guys, and you guys just see him.
No, we do. Like, I think when we go to the ship, Froom's there like, Leesum's like, oh, this is gonna fail horribly.
My lord.
Jeeves, please be a dear and go fetch the car.
Crispin, it's me.
I'm hiding. No
shit.
Well, I will say, you successfully do not look like anyone that the Raiders might recognize.
I am gonna get mugged, but I have no money.
The expense for your suit and everything is 5 gold.
So as he's like peacocking around in his new outfit, I go to Crispin.
My liege.
We burn it when he's sleeping.
I feel like he'll do something. Once he starts drinking, something's gonna happen to that outfit anyway. So,
No, you're probably right.
I mean, tomorrow morning it's probably gonna have cut off sleeves, turn into shorts. I mean,
I roll him in the mud a little bit.
but we'll get Otis drunk. He'll go over there and piss on it.
Please show me to my living quarters.
Well, of course. Let me show you your quarters right here, and I'm gonna walk them to like the edge of the boat. Like there's the plank there. I'm like, you just follow this route right here and just keep walking.
No, this will not do. I prefer the master suite.
Give him the good old Spartan kick off the edge.
Oh my god! Well, you got to climb down to the front and stuff. That no, you don't get no suite.
Oh, my papa is going to be very angry about this.
Isn't he dead? Oh, sorry.
What the fuck? Too soon, man.
Thank you, Fig. Thank you.
I'll cry. Take out my little pocket handkerchief.
I want to quit.
You guys can? That's fine.
You thought the robot was
I
back.
changed my mind. I want to go back. To
I have
Natural.
the colonel starts pecking my eyes out.
Until I die.
I mean, I can just kill him.
All right, I guess we're heading towards the ship. We're
Ready
done with
to go?
shopping.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. So the ship will be. I mean, it'll leave whenever you guys are ready. You guys were traveling by the river. I'm not sure how to say the Chianathar. It's Chionthar. Chianathar. Or Chianathar.
Yeah, I see it on there. CH. Yeah.
So this river will flow directly from El Turil to Boulder's Gate.
Kyanthar? Kyanthar?
Yeah, I think it's Chianathar.
Chanathar.
It grows right in front of your eyes. Just give it water.
He suggests leaving at first light, but you guys are able to leave whenever you want to.
I say the sooner the better. So whatever time it is now, I say we just get going.
It's still pretty early in the day.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would say that it took you guys maybe a couple hours to
Let's
have a
not give
meeting.
Gulk more time to.
You guys got your shopping done. You guys met back up. I'd say it's been probably a couple hours.
Yeah.
So it's probably about 8, maybe 9 in the morning at this point.
Oh, yeah, we leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys have had your passage arranged for you. You go out to the docks, and you're being escorted by Froome and Hutch Fudge. I'm regretting that. It's fine. You guys pack up all your supplies. What are you guys doing with your? Because you guys have Clyde, right?
Fucking Clyde can't make it on the boat.
I was just asking. Are you bringing?
Yeah,
Clyde
Clyde's
with you?
coming.
Did you guys have any other weird animals?
No, just Clyde.
Just Clyde.
Gulk.
Yeah, Gulk's the other animal.
So
we
the
have to deal with.
paladin kind of keeps looking at Clyde. He knows. He knows. You can kind of tell he just keeps looking and like
got
he
divine
knows he's a
sense.
fiend.
It's okay. We're cool.
All right.
Don't judge Clyde.
It's not in my nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's an interesting form.
The chicken said he was.
Are we talking
he's
about
cool,
Clyde
so-
or are we talking about Gulk?
Or Pudge.
Is this his true form?
I don't know.
You say the chicken talked to him.
Yeah.
We don't know if that chicken's the true form.
You guys are an interesting lot. And I thought Gulk was going to be the most interesting one. And he kind of shakes his head.
Yeah.
Why, thank you.
May the gods help us.
Yeah, from Jesus.
So,
Yeah, Crispin's like, just heads up to Plank and just.
you guys set sail. After you guys get all of your supplies and Clyde. Clyde does not like being sort of in the cargo area, but he makes do. You're able to kind of coerce him, and he kind of understands what's going on. You guys are all given like, not really personal chambers, but sort of like a shared room.
How big would you say this river is if you were to describe it? Would it be more like Mississippi River sort of deal, like, or is it bigger?
I'd say it's maybe not quite as big as that.
Okay, I'm just thinking like,
What, people disappear on rivers all the time?
no. I'm talking about like
Push Gulk over and see what
seasickness and all that. It's not going. The waves are not going to be as bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like super choppy.
Okay. I was just thinking, hopefully, a certain individual got seasick all over his nice little wares.
Has Gulk been on a boat before?
Yeah.
I'm a man of the trees.
Has Gulk ever been near
That is
water
not a man of
before?
the seas, the man of the trees.
Man of the trees. Gulk speaks for the
I see what
trees.
you are, tree man. You're a tree man. Okay. Yeah, the travel time will take 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do some fast travel through some of it, and we're gonna do some personal, individual character stuff for other parts of it. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. We're gonna change the music for some of this. This is not. This is kind of putting me to sleep.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the street.
I'm gonna stay on the boat and just go straight out the Sea of Swords. And just light the boat on fire, fighting death.
Considering the task at hand, The
Halloween.
boat only has crew members and your band of adventurers. There are no other passengers, no other cargo. This has been arranged personally by Froome. Again, you don't have individual quarters. This is not a large. It's not a large seafaring vessel. This is just a small boat. Not like a fishing boat. A little bit bigger than that. It's not a schooner, you know. You guys are in a sailboat. Are you guys doing any sort of crafting while you guys are here on the boat? It's going to be pretty hard for you to have fires going and do foraging while you're on a boat. Just to let you know.
Well, you know, if we catch the wind right, it could enrage the fire.
You could.
You know,
I'm not
make
saying
it
it would be
better.
impossible. It's just you'd have to make some other accommodations for that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll probably try and craft some of the bullets and make the grappling hook while doing nothing else.
Okay, so are you crafting every day?
If I need to. I mean, if I get it all done in one day, then no.
You won't be able to
But
craft all the bullets in one day. You're able to craft 10 shots in a day.
10 shots in a day. Then yes, I will keep crafting.
And the
day.
grappling hook would take another day.
Okay, bullets first.
So to make 30 bullets in the grappling hook, it would take 4 days.
Okay,
So what do you want to make?
I want to make.
Can I help you make the bullets?
You could. Are you
Sure.
proficient with smith's tools?
Where would I find
Did you say each day I could swap?
It would be
out
under
efficiency?
your proficiencies.
So if there's
Let me take a look on our handsome D&D Beyond app.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually click it.
So-
So 20 bullets and a grappling hook.
So you're going to work
rename it.
20 bullets in a grappling hook. Got it. So you'd be able to do that in 3 days.
Cool.
So in any order you want to, it doesn't matter. Just because we're going to kind of like skip through parts of this. Go ahead and write down that you've got the 20 bullets in the grappling hook so we don't forget later.
Okay.
Are you crafting anything? Nope. Great.
Can't craft.
How are you
much.
doing?
I will be crafting potions each day.
So
one
you bought
potion
enough
per day.
supplies for
What is this?
100 potions, or
For four,
four potions.
So I'll
you'll
do
be able to make 3 potions
Yes.
over the course of the 3 days that you guys are there. So go ahead and just write down that you've made the 3 and deduct the ingredients to make them. What are you crafting? What are you working on?
I'll be doing a cure wound first level scroll
Okay.
each day.
So you're gonna have a total of 3
Yes.
cure wound scrolls.
Why is it not letting me click on that?
All right. So go ahead and create,
because you're-
add those
you
to your
have to
inventory
A spell.
and
I
subtract
did.
the supplies you
Oh, I
needed for
did.
the scrolls.
Did you remove a cantrip?
No, I removed Bane.
And you'll add the tools.
Thought I did.
You would have them.
Oh, I didn't remove it on this part. That's what I did.
Is that legacy?
Or was it blessed?
Okay.
Oh,
So
So you just add that, and then that's.
yeah, make sure you deduct your supplies and then add your scrolls.
all right. What the hell?
This is just that way we don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like this crafting thing. I think it's kind of
It's
cool.
neat. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
I'll be fixing my crafting.
Gives you guys
character
something to do,
during-
like downtime instead of when I'm like, what do you guys want to do tonight, or what do you guys have? Is there anything you want to personally do? You can be like, I want to do this thing. I want to do this thing. Now you guys actually
Yeah.
have things you can do.
Yeah, Fig only has thieves' tools. He does have
Could do it.
a viola. He's proficient in it.
A viola? Are you planning on playing music?
I think
Okay.
Fig, first time, really hasn't been able to use it much on our travels. Now
So,
that
do you plan on playing music as a form of entertaining the crew, or as a means of just kind of entertaining yourself?
I think it's just entertaining everybody. Kind of keep hope up high a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Sure.
You get to add your proficiency bonus. And is this considered a tool?
This is considered a tool.
Okay, so you would get to add your. So what you're trying to do here, besides make a entertainment check or a performance check, you're actually trying to raise morale of the group. So this would be a different type of check. This would not only be, since you're making the performance check with the cause of doing something, add your proficiency bonus and your persuasion skill bonus.
Oh, okay.
Since you are proficient with this particular tool. So you get to add whatever your proficiency bonus is because you're using a tool you're proficient with and your skill. So what is your skill? That would be persuasion, right?
Okay. +5.
So add that plus your proficiency bonus because you're using a tool you're
Got it.
proficient with.
So
That's what the new rules allow you to do.
Cool. 15.
15's pretty good. So Fig kind of plays various songs over the course of, usually in the evening time. when everyone's kind of like winding down and working on their own special projects, you're kind of working on your bullets and you're working on your various things, and you're kind of working on your potions and brewing, and he's just very heartily scribing and scrolling, drawing and sketching out and trying to get these things in there. And while he's able to concentrate, he is also still able to kind of listen to what's going on. Because of this sort of like unintended inspiration, you are all able to get an extra day's worth of crafts because of the entertainment he has provided.
Oh, that's
Right.
pretty.
So you would get another potion. You would get another thing of bullets. You can have one more scroll if you want it.
And I get
I only bought enough for 3.
Then you don't get shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
No. That's fine.
I would lie. Just saying. It's fair. I made another potion.
So, I'm gonna make these scrolls and I'm going to hand them
Well,
out.
you can craft potions, right? Because you have the.
I'm not proficient.
You're not
in
proficient,
that,
got it.
So,
I can pry open one of
And
their
that
doors.
uses up all the herbs I've got.
so I will
that's
hand these 3 each a scroll of cure wounds.
Yes.
Who?
Oh, me?
Which ones?
Cure wounds.
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure on how scrolls
You're a little
work.
tougher
Can
than
you guys cast scrolls?
You have to have the ability to cast a spell. So, like a rogue with no spell casting, no go. But
Got
if you can cast
But
a
you have
spell,
warlock, right?
as long as it's not above your level, it should work.
Well, until they've released new rules, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I think
You
there's
and I know
probably-
you can cast it.
So the only one here that can't cast spells is Gulk.
So it wouldn't have done enough good to get him one anyway. So that's why I
He's
didn't
like,
give
I
it to
can't read. What's this say? All right, so you all can add to your inventories level 1 cure wounds scroll. And for now, until the Dungeon Master's Guide comes out and gives us the official rules, basically you can cast it as long as you can cast spells.
I'm also going to hand out the potion of healing potions that I made.
All right. So who are you distributing potions to?
Who has potions already? Who needs them?
I bought 2, and now I have a scroll.
Okay.
I
I
do
bleed a
not.
lot.
I have a scroll. But I don't have
Gulk
any
says,
potions.
I bleed a lot. Sometimes
Oh no,
it's
you're
Yeah,
getting
go-
one.
sometimes it's
regardless.
self-inflicted,
Yeah,
but most of the time it's not.
You go ahead and take one
It's the
because
hat,
you're
isn't it?
you're getting one anyway. But I'm just trying to figure out. Who
So go ahead and
else.
add a potion of healing to your
Yeah.
inventories. Might be important.
You already have 2. You said.
Yeah, and I have cure wounds.
All right, so I'll just give Crispin and Fig each one, and I'll keep the last one for myself.
Okay, thank you.
And I can always make more later.
So your inspirational tunes seem to have made the time fly by faster on the evenings, netting them additional crafts.
Anybody want to play Slapsies?
No.
Everyone seems to be very involved in their things.
Nobody wants to play with me.
So you ask if we want to play?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Bring it, bitch.
You have an extra time's worth of crafting.
You got a
can't
whole
use.
extra day. You
Yeah.
know? Like
I'm going.
I play for keeps.
Let me see something real quick. No, we ain't playing that.
Left-handed slapping only.
Strength ain't too. I mean,
You gotta hit it with your
horrible.
nib.
I'm so tempted to take.
You know what?
Enhance ability and then.
He asked about it, and I'm going to take him up on it.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of aggravated. Like, he just went out and bought the flashiest outfit. So even though anger shouldn't be one of the things I should be do, I should kind of repress that and be understanding. I'm to my wits' end, especially after being pissed on. So I
You've had a rough journey.
so yes, I think he's kind of aggravated me a little bit, and when he takes me, I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to fit. I'm trying to feed it to myself. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Like, and I'm just like trying to pump myself up for. I'm like, yes, I'll play this game of Slapsy with you.
I gave him guidance.
I was gonna give myself guidance.
Okay.
You don't know if she gave me guidance.
That's fine. I don't need it.
Well, it's fine. I don't need it. I'm gonna win anyway.
What are you gonna do? Heal yourself? Want to smack the shit out of you?
I kind of picture KFC as Mother's Milk from The Boys.
It's weird, but okay.
I know, because he's trying to keep it together. He's like, fuck that. We're going in.
He's probably my favorite character on The Boys.
He's a good one.
Okay, so you guys square up to play Slapsy.
Yes, but also
No spells. This is slap.
You used Rage.
yeah. So on
Not
my
a
way
spell.
over, like
It's like a barbarian spell.
she gives me guidance, but on the way over, I'm just I take out my amulet of Lathander, kiss it, do the whole thing, and hopefully without him knowing, I cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And then I go up to the table. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Take my top hat off and set it down on the table.
So you have Shield of Faith and Guidance.
Yes.
So these are going to be ability checks, not attack rolls. So you'll be able to add your ability modifiers.
All right.
Since you're not trying to dodge the attack and you're more so trying to withstand the attack, it would be a contested Constitution saving throw versus his strength.
My Constitution.
And vice versa when you go back to
Okay.
slap.
Gotcha.
This is a great game. This is going to become canon. People are going to use this in their games. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So he can add a strength modifier. You can't add rage. But since it is a strength check, if you are raging, you get advantage.
Who goes first?
Because you're not damaging, right? Like it's
Roll your d6. We'll lie.
well, you are a little bigger than me. You think and you've done this before. Do I get like?
Yeah, I'll show you how to play, and I'll.
now because he has added Shield of Faith,
I'll give him +2. That's fair.
you get to add +2 to your roll,
Okay.
whatever you roll.
Like on the save throw.
On the save
against
throw.
his
Yep.
slap. Okay. Do I get to go first? You going first? How we solve this?
What an interesting game we've developed. How's come Aaron always wins games? Did you guys ever play Fingers?
That one's a fun one.
We still talk about that.
I played hands,
By the
and
way.
I lost my whole hands.
We still talk about Fingers.
um,
He'd go up and like bet people, like they'd do a bet, and if they lost, you chop off the other guy's finger.
yeah,
It's called Fingers.
that was a good one.
He never lost.
I did. I was pretty good. I played that in hell. In the
Yeah,
nine.
he was down in the 9 hells playing that with these demons and stuff.
Playing fingers.
He was kind of a legend. We miss him a little bit, but he was very chaotic.
Least amount of hands goes first. Home turf.
You know what? I'll let you go first. You seem to need it.
All right,
Oh
I'll
my
kiss
gosh.
my muscles, give a little flex, and you'll see them get a little bigger because I'm raging.
Okay.
Smack the fuck out of them. All right. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. You're gonna win.
Well, it's not like he's hitting you right now. You're just
Just
seeing
a 12.
if you smack him real hard.
Oh shit, that wasn't much
So
better.
con +2.
Plus guidance.
And plus guidance. So
What do you roll?
6,
He's like,
and then
"And
plus
you
my
get guidance?"
Constitution, that's 9, and plus my shield is 2 more.
11.
11 and 14.
How'd you do?
You take the blow. You take the blow.
He full on smacks you, and your hand, when you go to hit him, you know that this should have hit him, but it feels like you just didn't hit him.
All right.
You're a little disappointed. You're like, all right, you know what? It's the jacket, right?
Rips the sleeves off.
See, I told you, Fior. He did rip
I
them.
haven't ripped the sleeves off yet. I like my jacket.
Not yet. You gotta wait till
maybe
next,
maybe after I get hit.
next combat.
So is it my turn to slap?
It is your turn. Same rules apply.
That was a valiant effort.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shit.
Oh, what a fucking cheater.
He was
Jeez. 7.
Is that with your strength mod?
Oh, with my strength. Yeah, that was. You said Constitution, right?
What?
No,
Well,
you're making
contra-
you're making
So
the attack now.
So it's 6 with the strength.
It's -1.
No, I rolled a 4.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, I rolled a 4. Yes.
So plus 2. All right, so that's 6.
Yeah.
Plus guidance.
I have an 8.
Huh?
Plus guidance, right?
Oh yeah, guidance.
Does that still last?
It goes away, but he can put it
Yeah,
on
but he can
himself.
cast it on himself.
So
So it's 8.
8.
8 to 8.
Whoa.
How does that work?
I would say that it's a draw. I mean, you take the hit.
Okay.
You're not impressed.
First 2 to link. 2 to
You gotta get warmed up.
You
I'm
pull
distracted.
back a little bit, just hits him with the fingertips, but they hit.
You're not allowed to have your chicken hit.
Oh, is that so? I got you.
This is the way to do PvP, guys. This right
True.
here.
Yeah.
You're fucked. That's a crit.
Where's the crit?
He said you're.
Oh god.
Oh
So
no.
roll crit.
You could crit.
He's dead. No, I'm just kidding. You killed him.
You turned him into
Oh,
Popeye's
wait.
chicken.
That's not.
Since this is an ability check and not an attack roll, a crit does not mean like.
Yeah.
It's just really, really fucking good.
You're not needing me.
Okay, so I got a 16. 20.
Don't you get the
Well,
bonus
mine's a
from
25.
Shield of Faith?
Oh
Plus-
yeah, and the shield of faith plus 2, so 22.
22. Well,
Mine's
how'd you do?
25. And then on every first strike, I could add holy damage, which increases.
No, you're not adding damage.
It would have been a 1 anyway. 25.
Because we're not actually inflicting
It's
damage.
still 25.
So 25. Okay.
22.
So that would hurt.
You ain't so bad. You ain't so bad.
Yeah, the first person that I would say fail 3 saves is going to be easy.
Adrian.
So that was done. So you're one fail.
Do what?
Unless you fail by like a lot, I would say it's
Yeah,
going
okay.
to take 3. That was close. It's 25, 25.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
like, that was pretty
That-
good.
that one
I
take
mean,
one.
I understand you're like 3 times my size.
The colonel look over like,
So I guess it's my turn to slap, and I'll you just wrench your shoulder a little bit.
18.
Jesus Christ. Ding. Yeah, it's another weak hit. 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing too good on the strength.
So you smack him, but he rattled your cage a little bit with that last hit.
All right.
Obligata is angry. Ooh, that's not good. 12.
That's a lot better. We should have done that last time. There's 17.
Oh, you already got me. You're good. We can keep on to the next one.
19.
Keep it going.
And then
As you're kind of
21.
watching this, they're smacking and they're hitting. You guys are
Alright,
actually pretty
my
impressed.
turn to
that-
smack.
Yeah,
He's been taking these shots from Gulk. Gulk's huge.
Fig
God,
is
dirt! I
very-
can't
14,
do anything.
14.
Fig is very entertained.
What'd you get?
10, 12.
I got a 14.
okay, seeing Crispin get
19.
hit.
Oh,
24.
Seeing Crispin get hit so hard a minute ago,
Ugh,
I'm going
that's
to
gonna
use
hurt.
Druidcraft to send the scent of ale at
12.
Gulk and try to distract him
16.
while he tries to hit.
16.
That's mean.
I was gonna do something.
Did you save
16.
against his what?
24.
That's 2 fails.
I know. I'm
He,
getting
ra-
all
he, rattles,
dazed.
he rattles your cage from the other
I think
direction.
Fig wants this to go on longer. He's gonna cast Hex on Gulk and give him disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
He still thinks he's gonna win.
So
Oh, that
sh-
wasn't even. That wasn't even
But he
an
wants
advantage.
this
I roll normal now.
So she also uses Druidcraft to make the scent of ale
Around
blow
you.
in your direction.
That's
to
not a
try
good
to, like,
idea. I love
distract.
beer.
I
That was-
know,
that
it's
was
trying to
the
distract.
point. Is
Is
my-
it
it was to
inspired?
distract
Is it
you.
my turn to,
That's what I was thinking.
my turn to slap?
With the scent of ale in that hair, you get advantage on your Constitution saving throws. His Gulk, his mouth's watering.
All right, you're gonna hit. You're gonna hit.
16.
Yeah, you already hit. Good job. You hit. 1, 2.
So you
22.
smack him and you rattle his chain this time. He's like, "Oh,"
2 to 2.
because he's smelling around going.
No,
2 to 2.
I only
No,
hit
one- one to two.
1 to
You
2.
hit the first time when you barely hit. When you
Withdraw.
It was a
It
draw.
was a draw.
Draw.
All right.
2-1.
I just rolled normal now.
Okay.
So with him working against you and her working against you,
Is that another
I'm
crit?
trying to get
Oh.
odds.
But what I will do is I'll use my heroic inspiration.
oh no!
23.
I don't know if you know this or not, but he really likes gambling.
He does.
Oh, yes! 18, 20, 23.
Draw.
Oh wow, it's a draw.
Dang.
Wow.
So you just see their faces; they're just getting these big red welts on them.
Fig's tail's wagging. He's like,
I'm feeling a little woozy.
I think this time Crispin's like, he reaches down, pets the Colonel. He's like, this is going to be it right here. And that wasn't it.
And it wasn't.
What'd
it.
you roll?
The Colonel detests
9,
violence.
11, 13.
You want to help me, Otis?
I don't know. How
He's
I
over there
could.
just making bullets.
You hit 2-2.
Wasn't the hardest hit, but he was dazed still.
Crispin he catches you out of left field with that one.
I could shoot him.
I can distract him with
All
his
right.
bullet.
No.
10. Not good.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
11,
Oh, I thought that was a 3.
12, 13, 14.
14.
14
He,
to
he,
save.
he takes your
Con
smack.
save.
All right.
Okay, that's not bad. 15. I'll take 15.
All right, there's 15.
Oh no!
You rolled a 15?
Yes.
It's already over.
18
Did you add your con mod?
that's
and
what-
20.
Oh, no.
20 up.
So out of nowhere, he goes over and touches the chicken's head again. And you see his hand start just glowing like a little bit. And when he hits you this time,
They get so many spells.
it's not just warm, it kind of burns before his hand even hits you. You have been smited with the wrath of the Colonel. It doesn't knock you unconscious, but it rattles you so far. You kind of get a little bit dazed. You kind of go down to your knee, and you don't want to play anymore.
So when we say that last slap connect, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy to make it sound even louder. Just like a fucking tree trunk is getting cracked in half.
So when the sound goes off and it hits, you just hear off in the distance. It sounds like Street Fighter, like ooh, ooh.
And all the crew members are like, and we end up getting there faster because they start paddling faster.
They're like, get these guys off the
Who's
boat.
next?
I mean,
Gawk is very angry.
I'm gonna be like,
Obviously, you're raging.
when I slap him when it connects, I'm gonna be like, bless you, my son. Mm. And then I'm gonna walk off, pick up the Colonel and walk off, and then I'm gonna go behind like somewhere. I'm like, God, fucking.
You don't really want to play anymore, but you also don't feel like you lost. You're mad because you got hit so hard. But when you played, the one guy was unconscious. He didn't make you unconscious. Your face just hurts a lot, and you just don't really want to play anymore. You kind of feel like people were cheating.
I feel like I
Well,
don't have to worry about
I'm
disguise
angry
anymore. Both
about it.
cheeks are swollen.
So you don't feel that you've lost.
Like I said, I am angry because I shouldn't have lost. I snapped my fucking axe right across my knee.
So it's a one-handed weapon now?
It was already a one-handed weapon. You got rid of the two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I snapped my axe across my knee.
So you're snapping the two-handed axe.
Yeah, my dad's axe.
All right.
I'm pissed.
KFC won the slab bet.
Hold on.
KFC won the slap bet.
I think I have mint.
That won't fix it.
Will it not?
It should. Mending should fix it.
Yeah, as long as it's not like magic or anything.
Just regular axe, as far as you know.
I'll go slam my bedroom door.
Do you leave your axe just laying around?
Probably.
Yeah. So
Do I have
Gulk
mending? I thought I
smashes his father's axe across his knee, tosses it on the ground, and goes storming
There it
off
is.
into his
If I ever
room.
get that dark.
Oh, it's a
Shark.
cantrip. Can I change cantrips?
I don't think.
I don't
No.
think it. I think
Only
only when you
on
level
level, I
up.
I think
Okay.
the only
Unless it
the only ones
changed.
that-
Yeah, I thought I had it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think wizards they only like do it like on a short rest.
So.
I'm gonna go pick up his axe.
Okay.
And take it with me.
So you gather up the pieces of the broken axe and you kind of put it in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
You feel good about your win, but you almost kind of.
I do a little bit, but I'm like a little bit remorseful now that I made
You
him
feel a
break
little
his axe.
guilty. You feel a little bad that you hurt his feelings. You're not bad. You don't feel bad that you hurt his face. You feel bad that you hurt his feelings. You can kind of tell that it got to him, and not just in a because he lost. It was like this sort of pride to him, like his pride's been hurting a little bit. You also know how much his father's axe meant to him. Your first day of travel was pretty much this event. Your second day of travel, Colt doesn't really come out of his room. Kind of stays in there. Occasionally, you guys try to bring over food, leave it by his door. And after someone's left, at some point, he reaches out, grabs the food, eats it, and leaves the empty containers, but you never see him for a couple days. You're not sure what's going on in there, but you know he's eating the food because he's leaving dirty dishes. Your second night on the boat. You're all still working on your various projects. Fig is playing his viola. As the hour progresses, the moon shines down on the upper levels of the boat through the windows. Many of you decided that this is a good point to retire for the evening. The sea, not the seas. The river has been calm. You've been sort of not traveling fully throughout the night. You've been sort of docking or parking, anchoring down. The rivers can be dangerous, even well-traveled rivers. Much like roads can harbor bandits or strange creatures, Faerun is not an uncommon place for monsters and other dangers to find easy prey in the middle of the night. Fig.
Nope.
Row.
As you're getting ready to tuck her down for the night, you're feeling pretty good about your viola playing. You haven't really had the opportunity to do much of it on your travels thus far, and you feel as though the crew and your new friends, seem to have enjoyed it overall. You watch their progress on their tasks go a little bit faster. The songs to you are songs that are personal. They come from your land, from where you hail from. You're not sure why you know them, but it's almost like it's embedded in your head, like your DNA. It's just a part of who you are. But you know the songs come from your realm. You've always just known them. You've whistled them. You've hummed them. And as you're kind of drifting off, kind of happily hugging your tail and kind of humming along to one of your songs, you feel a vibration coming from your bag.
You went to the line stand before we left, didn't you? It's the first. Big,
It's more like you hear it. Your bag's on the floor, you hear it.
Big kind of like sits there for a second and just like rolls over and rummages through his bag until he finds a source.
The source of the noise is coming in from one of the more like compact and hidden compartments within your pack. It's where you keep some of your most prized possessions that you wouldn't want stolen easily. It's almost like a hidden compartment that you wouldn't see unless you knew where it was. Some of the most prized possessions, some of which are nothing more than shiny rocks and scraps of whatever you thought was interesting, pretty, or curious, are in this compartment. But the source of the vibration comes from this old oil lamp. And you see that there's a little bit of... the metal itself is sort of glowing like it's hot. Yet no heat is coming from it. The lamp itself is not lit. It just buzzes.
Kind of just like holding it at this point, looking at it.
The metal itself is cool to touch, and you feel the warmth of the lamp sort of like filling you, the energy kind of going into your hands and kind of warming you up. What do you do?
Terrible. They're absolutely terrible.
I know. I'm trying to ignore their immaturity right now. It's fine. And it's more specifically one person's immaturity. So it's fine.
He's the oldest one at the table.
No, I'm the oldest one at the table.
Jesse is?
He is the oldest one at the table.
Well, not anymore. He left.
Now I'm the oldest, damn it.
He doesn't really know how this thing works or what to expect, so he kind of like looks at it and he's like, "Hello."
As you speak out to the lamp, you see this smoke and mist sort of start pouring from where the flame would normally come out. The smoke sort of billows out, fills the inside of your chamber, and begins to take a humanoid form. It's about time that we had a chance to speak.
I suppose so. He seems a little nervous.
As this humanoid shape begins to take form, you see that it has glowing red skin, almost like its skin is on fire. It has horns. These ruby-like eyes. Sort of a devilish mustache. And it seems to be draped in bright-colored fabrics and cloths like a vest. Its pants are sort of baggy, like picture MC Hammer pants. But it's not, it doesn't have feet. It's sort of standing where its feet should be is this mist and this smoke. On its side, you see a long, broad, curved scimitar with a jeweled handle.
I never did catch your name.
I think you're the first master I've ever had that's asked. I'm known as the Jaren.
D is silent.
The D is not silent.
Not, in fact, silent.
I come from a far plane, a realm of fire. And I promised you power. I've made good on that promise.
Yeah.
And I'll give you more. I'll teach you secrets of the universe. Allow you to progress your skills further than you ever could on your own. But we had a deal. I want to be free. When our contract is up, I want you to free me. And the only way that you can do that is to destroy this vessel that holds me. I can't make you, but I can make your life hard, should you choose to ignore my request.
And what would signify the end of the contract?
Do you have a goal in mind? My power will stay with you in the knowledge that I bestow upon you forever.
I'm not quite sure. I've been traveling with these people for a while. I think I'd like to see where it goes. I don't really know what the end will look like, though.
The ultimate ability that this lamp possesses is wish granting.
Wish.
I can't give you the cosmos, but I can perform certain things. Our contract is void once I have committed 3 wishes to you. Then you must take this vessel destroy it.
How
Our
can
contract will be fulfilled then.
How do I destroy such a vessel?
You have to destroy it where it was made. By destroying the person who put me here. Did I say person? I meant being.
Oh. And who might that be?
We'll get there.
Okay. He's a little hesitant because he doesn't know who that is. But he scares Ned. But he also really likes the sound of power and wishes. I'll take your deal.
Excellent. Then we have a contract. These wishes can come whenever you want. But remember, there are limitations. It has to be within the realm of my power. I can't tell you that limit. You're gonna have to figure it out.
Okay.
I must also warn you. Be very specific in what you want. The power of the lamp gives me certain liberties to interpret it as I will.
Okay.
And he kind of smiles, this almost like devilish grin. Just call my name when you need my help, and I'll be here. And he kind of crosses his arms, turns back into mist, and the last thing you see as it sucks back up into the bottle is the red eyes. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
I was actually going to go with like a Robin Williams thing, but this just seemed cooler.
Yeah. It's like Jahar when he became the genie.
Listen, we're going to get to the goblins sometime. You guys just haven't got to any goblins yet.
Yeah.
All right.
There.
I miss Krinko.
Hey, Krinko's a god, all right? Anyway,
He should
that's
be
going to be it
featured.
for tonight. We will be back. We're back next week?
Yeah, because we took the week
Yes.
before last time.
We will be back next week doing Adventures in Faerun.
So we're gonna go 6 sessions.
We took off the week
Sure.
before last.
Probably.
Oh, you talking the next time?
Yeah, probably.
Possibly. Okay.
So, yeah, we'll be back.
Well, that'll work out. Then we'll probably be off, what, Halloween
Yeah.
week?
Oh, yeah.
We would be off anyway because he wants to do candy and stuff.
Yeah, I like
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's like the one thing he really looks forward to every
I-
year.
I love
It's
Halloween,
actually
so.
on Halloween this year.
Is it?
Is it?
It's on the 31st on Thursday.
Yeah, trick or treat is.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I take the whole 2-3 days off.
All right. Well,
It's so fun.
getting a little bit of the creepy vibes into the session. Really fun session tonight, guys. Thanks everybody for playing. I appreciate it. The Slapsy and the new game, and no one ate shrooms.
Thank God.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. As always,